you know,
Sports are brought to you by
both
Wind
of us
Circle,
are moving through the
the
season
Clubhouse
at a high
Hotel and
clip.
Suite, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Faith Lutheran Church, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Slumberland Furniture, and Lamb Motors.
Graceland Taylor looking up ahead for Berry. She's got it on her foot. Ryan Berry coming in to the top of the box. Berry is in. Her shot. She scores! Ryan Berry makes it 4-3. And the Governors, they were down 3-0. 35 seconds in the half. And with 1:05 left to go in the second half, they have taken a 4-3.
And by AGE, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Country Carpet, Capital City Campus, Shane's Pharmacy, Floss Dentistry, Graves Plumbing, and Ferding Electric.
Here is Huber. A bump set for goes. Blocked up by the Governors. We're tied at 14. A big block for the Governors. Sherwood is over there. 14-14.
Pierre Governor Sports is also brought to you by Fisher Rounds, Access Health, Billion Auto, Weatherall, The Swartz Agency, Xander Auto Parts, Todd's Electric, First United Methodist Church, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, and Gales Gas.
Keenos will load it to the end zone. Zabel's open. Catch is made. We are tied at 34.
Pierre Governor Sports is also brought to you by River Bottom Sanitation, Agtegra Cooperatives and Wheat Growers, Dakota Sprinkler, Graham Tire, May Adam, Nystrom Electric, State Farm, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Avera, and Dakota Prairie Bank.
Keenos will take the snap. He'll take the knee. And for the sixth straight year, as they beat the T area Titans 35-20, 6 consecutive titles, tying the all-time record in South Dakota history for consecutive titles here in the state.
And also by Wheelhouse Auto Body, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Wagner Auto, Anderson Rumpke Dental, Bank West, Stulkin Peterson LLP, Sanford Health Clinic Pierre, and Beck Motors. And now to the booth with the call of the game with award-winning KCCR Sports Director John Winkler.
It's a cold, rainy, windy night. Perfect football weather as the Pierre Governors and T Area Titans meet up here in T for the first time ever. The 2020 game was canceled with the COVID pause by the Pierre Governors, and now not controlled environment from the last two times, or last 2 out of 3 times these teams have played. It is the elements that both teams will have to battle. The wind blowing across the field from left to right. It is rainy. It is cold. It's not anything like what the state championship was the last 2 seasons. However, these 2 teams still have state championship aspirations, with the T-Area Titans coming in at 5-2. The Pierre Governors right now at 6-1, looking to win their 7th game, get to 7-1 before taking on Douglas to wrap up the season on Thursday. And T-Area's got a big game on Thursday of next week, taking on the Watertown Arrows. But here tonight, at T, the Titans looking for a home field advantage. They have not beaten Pierre yet so far in their history. They're 0-4 against the Governors, and here at T, they have not played here at home against this Pierre Governor team. So they're looking to take advantage of the home field, although I think for the T fans and probably the Pierre fans a little bit, it could be a little sparse, especially at the beginning of the game, if the rains and the winds don't subside at any point before this game starts. It's a sparse crowd 30 minutes before game time. And that's unfortunately what both these teams are going to be battling tonight, is that wind and that rain. But there are no excuses. The Pierre Governors, both Pierre and T, not going to use that excuse here this evening. The Governors coming in at 6-1. They're only lost to 11 AAA in Brandon Valley. The T-Area Titans, they lost their 11 AAA game to O'Gorman, but they did fall to Yankton. So this Governor team with a win, and then, of course, taking care of business next Thursday, they'll guarantee themselves a top 2 spot. They won't get the 1 seed if Spearfish would beat Sturgis next week, and Yankton also then wins out the rest of their games, as they are looking more so likely to do. Their game against Aberdeen Central is a big one tonight. But this Pierre Governor team doesn't really control their own destiny. Even though they might beat every 11 AA opponent, they don't control their destiny to be the number 1 seed. They need a little bit of help against 2 teams that they didn't even play this year, in Spearfish and Sturgis playing next week Thursday in the final game of the season, or Yankton falling in one of their 2 games to close out the season. Governors, they didn't worry about the pass not being a factor in that game against Watertown with their torrential downpour. However, the winds might be a little bit different, especially when they're going to go into the wind. You can see the wind blowing across the field right now with the way the rain is falling. It's not a heavy rain, but it's enough to kind of to make you a little upset that there's some rain falling. If it was just windy, it wouldn't be so bad. If it was just rainy, it wouldn't be so bad. But the combination of both is going to make things a little bit difficult in the pass game, going from right to left, and could make things a little bit difficult from left to right with that ball sailing a little bit farther. With warm-ups, you're already seeing that right now. So the elements are going to be a factor in this game, more so than any other time these teams have played against each other. And we're looking forward to a big matchup here tonight between Pierre and T-Area. We will step aside for 3 minutes, and when we come back, we'll start our conversation with our coaches. We'll talk with the Coach Fry of the T-Area Titans first. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
This fall, take some time to think about your future while the leaves make their way down to earth and the last sunset of summer leaves us with an autumn chill. It's time to grab the nearest foam finger and break out the face paint. Rush the stands with First Dakota National Bank and forget how to blink. Fall sports are back with jaw-dropping plays, an electric atmosphere, and epic scores. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Back here at the pregame show on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Join me as Coach Fry of the T-Area Titans as the Pierre Governors T-Area Titans meet up here in T tonight, 7 o'clock kickoff, second and final game of the regular season. And Coach, just first things first, you and I were kind of chatting a little bit before we got on here that it's been tough for these kids, tough for the coaching staff too. These last 2 weeks for the T-Area Titans going out west to Spearfish and Sturgis, having to play them back-to-back Fridays. What do you like about what your team was able to do? Obviously, get those 2 wins, but to be able to respond because through that adversity, because there's not many teams that have to do something like that. But what do you like about them this week? Being able to respond from something like that.
Well, I think the first trip out, the first time I went to Sturgis, it was really the first trip across the state for a lot of our guys. I mean, if you look, we're starting a lot of juniors and sophomores, so it's probably their first big trip, and I don't know if they were really what to expect or really prepared themselves the right way. So it may have appeared that Sturgis was a little closer game than probably should have been. Second half, we played pretty well, and then Spearfish, we went out, and I think we had adjusted and we came out more ready to play than we did against Sturgis. So I was happy with that. The kids learned and developed and learned how they needed to get ready to go.
Well, and obviously now doing this 2 weeks in a row, what's have you had to change practice a little bit? Had to change how the weekend and the beginning of the week looks to make sure guys are rested and ready to go for not only last week's game but now going into this week's game against Pierre?
No, everything is status quo, normal as possible.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about your team. You're a team that likes to run the football and runs it very well because you run it really well with a lot of multiple guys. What do you like about this rushing offense? Obviously, you can pass the ball well too with your quarterback and Brenner Conrad, but you have 5 different guys that have run the ball over 20 times, basically 30 times, all net gaining over almost 200 yards each. That's a lot of different guys to be able to run the football. What do you like about that?
Well, that's exactly that. We've got a bunch of different guys. So if one has the hot hand, we can go to them. If they seem to be struggling, we can try somebody different. We don't have a lot of guys getting tired. I mean, Keegan, the fullback, Keegan DeYoung, he plays both ways, so he gets tired sometimes. So we maybe take the load off of him, which helps. And then running the quarterback too. So we've got kind of a multi-headed monster that people got to deal with, and that's kind of what we wanted to going in the season.
Well, and when you look at this Pierre Governor team, their one loss against Brandon Valley, Brandon Valley ran the ball with a lot of success behind that big offensive line. When you look at that film, what can you take away from that game to have your run game be successful against the Governors?
Well, one, I wish I had the size Brandon had. But I think just like anybody else, we're going to do what we do, and they're going to try to stop it. And whoever does that the best is probably going to end up winning on Friday.
Defensively for you guys, what do you want to see and do against this Pierre Governor offense?
No, I mean, they're kind of the way that they've been in years past, too. They've got a very athletic quarterback that can run and throw the ball. They've got, like I've said for 3 years, probably the best tight end in the state. And then they've got a couple wideouts that are pretty speedy, pretty depth threat. Their line's not as big as they've had, but they're still well coached and very good at what they do. So we just need to contain them. We're not going to shut them out, and I know that, and I'm not planning on doing that, but we just got to contain them to where it's competitive.
Again, talking with Coach Fry here of the T-Area Titans as we get set for the matchup between Pierre and T. You might not even think about this at all, but when you look at this match being Week 8, obviously you still got a big game coming up on the following Thursday to finish out the season. But this is a big spot to be able to try and get one of those top 2 seeds. Is that part of pregame speech over practice, talking about, hey, we got a chance to be a top 2, be at home throughout the playoffs? Do you talk about that at all?
No, this is the most important game because this is the game we're playing this week. Last week, the Spearfish game was the most important week. That's how we kind of approached it all year long, and that's how we're going to do that. This is the biggest game on the schedule because it's this week's game.
And again, here, Tia coming in at 5-2, the Governors right now at 6-1. Going into this contest here, what's going to be the biggest reason for the T-Area Titans to get a win against the Pierre Governors?
The biggest reason for us to get a win?
Yep.
No, it's like we said, we want to go 1-0 this week. That's I've said that every week on Tuesday when we start practice. We go 1-0 this week, need to get better. And if we win, that means we got better every day in practice, and we came out on top on Friday.
Well, Coach, hey, I appreciate the time. Good talking to you again, and it's I would assume that maybe we'll be talking again come playoff time, but looking forward to it, and good luck here this Friday, and good luck the rest of the regular season.
Yep, thank you. Better bring your ring gear the way it sounds.
We'll return with more of the pregame show after this here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission driven to provide affordable, high-quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high-quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
Wind Circle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity professionals will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. Wind Circle has many hardware options. Dell, Barracuda, Lenovo, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today at 605-224-1111 and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
Victory is sweet, but defeat stings. Where do you turn when things start to go badly in your life? This is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. God loves you. He's by your side no matter what life brings. I encourage you to join us for family-friendly, encouraging worship. Whether today is a day to give thanks or to seek God's comfort, you'll find help and support at Faith Lutheran Church.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, join me as Coach Steve Steele here, the Pierre Governors, taking on the T area Titans here tonight. Big game, and obviously there's been a lot of big games between Pierre and T. First time going to T after the COVID. I canceled a game back in 2020, so first chance to play on that field. It feels, this rivalry has been a good one, obviously in Pierre's favor, but it's going to be interesting to be on the road actually in T this time.
Yeah, it's an exciting game. Just for every reason that you've said. We've had a lot of really good football games against this team. I think every time we've played them, it's been a really good game, and that's first and foremost exciting. But then we get to come down here and play, and I'm sure they're anxious to play in front of their home crowd against us, and it's just going to be a lot of fun and a good environment.
And T, obviously, everybody graduates players each and every year, but what have you seen differently on film from T from year to year, even if it's just personnel?
Yeah, really, that is the main difference. They still believe in what they believe in. They do what they do, and, they take a lot of pride in the schemes that they run. So defensively, they're still going to run a lot of man coverage. They'll have a high safety back there, and they're going to try and stop the run. That's their goal, and, I think they've just like us, just like everybody else, they've got a lot of new faces out there. Ethan Viss is their returning corner, number 30. He's an outstanding guy. He's their one main guy back from that side of the ball. They've got, I think they still got probably 6 or 7 seniors playing defense right now. So it's not a young crew. They're just reloading just like we try to do. So definitely still fast. Maybe if anything, they're a little smaller than they were last year on the defensive side. But still a talented group. And then offensively, Keegan DeYoung's the one that's kind of taken over their their go-to running back role away from Van Tol last year. So he does a lot of the same stuff that they did with him, and they use kind of a conglomerate of different guys for Blake Thompson's spot, that deep back that they look for a little bit of speed. Their quarterback's kind of the mold breaker, I would say, of the rest of their team. They've usually got that little quick lightning guy that can run the option and stuff, and then this guy's kind of the opposite of that. He's a bigger kid. He got a really good arm on him, and he can run the option pretty well. He's more of a hammer, I guess, than he is a lightning when he runs the ball.
Well, and being able to stop multiple guys, like, you've been able to do that in other situations against other teams. But again, it probably comes back to assignment football of knowing that at any point in any snap, this guy, that guy, 4 or 5 different guys might get the ball handed off to him, and being able to, one, watch the football, but also stay with your guy.
Yeah, this is when you play a team like T, it all comes down to assignments because you're going to be able to have an idea what they're going to do because they like to do what they do. They don't like to change. They've always got a few wrinkles in their pocket, but at the same point in time, they still run the similar stuff that they ran last year and the year before and the year before. So it's just a matter of time until those things come out again. And, the guys got to be ready for every play that's in their arsenal.
And this Governor team, after the loss of Brandon Valley, came back with a shutout defensively, looked good offensively. What's kind of been that key to move from that loss, get that big win, and then now moving into T?
Yeah, I think we talked. It was hard. It was a hard week after Brandon. Everyone around town wants to talk about is Brandon, and you're just anxious to get that behind you and get another game to talk about so that we can get back to winning and get back to having that positive feeling. So I think everybody was just anxious to get out and play another game and get back on track. And we feel like we're on track and ready to go again.
The guys come off last week and kind of maybe not say it was easier, but just feel the difference and feel even better. Seeing guys the smaller size, both height-wise and weight-wise too?
Yeah, maybe a little. I think the guys just in general were excited. They were able to go out and play confident, and I think that was just kind of one less thing for them to worry about, But, really at the end of the day, they were just excited to get out there and have a good showing and win another football game.
Well, and, the weather that's supposed to be coming through Pierre over these couple of days and still going through the Sioux Falls area. A couple weeks ago, you guys played in a torrential downpour at one point and didn't really change the game plan at all. So probably now, with the fact that it's still rain and not any other type of precip still here for tonight, you're not probably worried about the elements other than hopefully there's no thunder or lightning to get you guys stop the game itself.
Yeah, and that's it. We've experienced far worse, against Watertown with the legitimate torrential downpour. We just want to be able to play the game and play in routine. We know that we've got to adjust to conditions, and if we don't need to, then we don't need to. But we really just want to not break routine and hopefully be able to play things on time and finish it on time too.
Here tonight against T, what's going to be the biggest reason why the Governors get a win?
Better tackling on defense, assignment football. If we can do those two things, I think we'll bode well on that side. And offensively, I think we need to have that same mentality that we had at times against Huron. We've got to be able to grind the ball out and not have to rely on the one-on-one pass, which, will definitely play a part tonight.
Coach, I appreciate the time as always. Good luck tonight. Talk to you in the postgame.
Thanks, John.
Back with more the pregame show next here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
You can feel it in the air. I'm talking about Slumberland Furniture's Fall Home Sale. This sale features savings of up to 50% off our list prices. And if it's selection, look no further. Sofas, sectionals, beds, dining, and coffee tables, TV stands, and so much more. Find it on sale at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, there's special financing for this sale. Don't miss out on the fall sale, now happening at Slumberland Furniture. Slumberland Furniture on the truck bypass in Pierre. And be sure to check out slumberland.com. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the Central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
As we welcome you back here, we are getting set for a kickoff between the Pierre Governors and the T-Area Titans with Emma Thielen back at the station, Darla Miller, who was running the camera for us tonight. John Wickler here on this Friday evening as we go through the starting lineups as we are just about set for kickoff. First, we'll start with the T-Area Titans, both offense and defense. It will be from left to right, I believe left to right. We'll start with the right tackle, right to left. Cody Peterson will be the tackle, 6'3", 206-pound sophomore. Jacob Youngye, the 6'5", 244-pound junior, is the guard. Carter Turek, the 6'2" senior, he's the center. Charlie Leslie, the 234-pound, 5'11" junior, is the left guard. The left tackle is Garrett Weeminga, the 6'2", 188-pound senior. The receivers on the sides, Tim Halber and Brock Ellingson, both seniors. The two running backs are Ethan Vitz and Cole McKinney, the senior and junior. Keegan DeYoung, the 5'11", 200-pound senior, is the fullback. He's got the most carries on the team besides the quarterback, Brenner Conrad, the 6'3", 219-pound sophomore. For the defensive side, that front is a 4-3 look for T-Area Titans. Jessen Wiebinga, the 6'2" senior, is the defensive end, along with Garrett Wiebinga, the 6'2", 188-pound senior. The twins of Wiebingas, then Carter Turek and Andrew Oplin, the 6'2", 217-pound senior. Turek is the tackle, and the nose guard is a 5'10", 222-pound senior, Andrew Oplin. The linebackers are Tyler Reed, the 5'10", 170-pound junior. Sam Wardell is also the linebacker as well, and Keegan DeYoung, another linebacker. The strong safety is Dawson Eimers, the 6', 172-pound junior. The free safety is Tim Halber. And the two corners are Carter Christensen, the 6'2", 163-pound sophomore, and Ethan Viss, 6'1", 166-pound senior. For the Pierre Governors in their starting lineup, it is going to be defensively the 3-4 that they now run. They did have a 3-5, but it is a 3-4. The defensive tackles are Elijah Bucci, the 220-pound junior, and Eamon Anderson, the 235-pound senior. The nose tackle is Austin Lingdow, the 330-pound senior, stands at 6'1". Tyden Winkler is the outside linebacker along with Lucas Chamberlain, the two seniors at 5'10 and 6'1 respectively. Grayson Schetzel and Chance Sarda, the two middle linebackers at 6'3 senior Grayson Schetzel and the 6' senior Chance Sarda. Trey Lewis is the strong safety and Spencer Easlin, the free safety, along with quarterbacks Spencer Schosberg and Carson Stosher to round out the defense for the Governors. Offensively for Pierre, the offensive line, the nub guard is Jacob Mickinen, the 6'4", 235-pound junior. Zane Rounds, the center, the 6'1", 250-pound junior. Matthew Brewer is the inside guard. He stands at 6'1", weighs 240. He's a senior. Lucas Coleman, the 6'2", 265-pound senior, the outside guard. Ty Michael is the 6'4", 220-pound junior tackle for the Governors. The two tight ends, Jed Zabel stands at 6'4". He's a 215 senior. Cooper Twilliger, the 6'5", 210 freshman, is the other tight end. The two wide receivers, Ty and Buss, the 5'10", 170-pound senior. And George Stalley is back in the lineup. He gets the start again, the 5'9", 160-pound junior. He's back in that starting lineup. Brock Mosier, who's doing a little bit of turf toe. He is he's the starting running back at 5'9", 175-pound senior. And Cade Kaiser is the quarterback, 6'2", senior, as he leads the offensive charge for the Pierre Governors. They just now got done with the starting lineup for the Pierre Governors as we get through the starting lineup. But for Pierre, they go against a strong running team. And we mentioned all those running backs are in the starting lineup, 2 running backs and a fullback. Well, because when you look at their stats, rushing-wise, as Brenner Conrad got 75 carries. Keegan DeYoung's got 69 carries. Then you also have Riley Savanda with 38 carries and Tyler Reed with 35 carries. Colt McKinney's got 29 as well. So basically you got 5 guys with 30-plus carries, along with 2 of Conrad and DeYoung, who are going to have the bulk of the carries with 75 and 69 respectively. Overall, Conrad, he throws the ball. He's thrown the ball 71 times over 7 games, so just about 10 attempts per game. He's completed 40 of those 71, 560 completion percentage, and 661 yards. On the other side for the Pierre Governors, with Cade Kaiser, he has thrown for 1,400 yards. He has almost had 100 completions on the season, just needs 8. He's 92 of 147 for a 63% completion percentage, 19 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He's averaging 16 yards a throw on a completion. And rushing-wise, he's also got the most rushing yards, does Kaiser, at 580 yards on 77 carries. Brock Mosier at 417 yards, and along with Trey Lewis at 349 rushing yards. And they have combined 13 touchdowns on the ground for those 3, along with 16 total rushing touchdowns for the Governors and 18 total touchdown throws for Cade Kaiser. Referees are just about out to midfield to get the coin toss for this contest, as we are just about set and ready to roll as you're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station just past 7 o'clock on your Friday evening. Glad you're with us here on KCCR and also on YouTube at KCCR Sports. It is cold, it is rainy, and it is windy, all the above for this game tonight. 49 degrees right now, which isn't so bad if it wasn't for the wind. It is windy, it is rainy, the rain's trying to subside a little bit. They say it's 18 miles an hour, but that gust has to be close to 25, 30 miles an hour. That rain is still blowing across the field from left to right. It makes it feel like 42 degrees with a 44-degree dew point. As every great South Dakotan says, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the wind. And that's exactly how it is tonight. If there was no wind, we'd have a really nice night for football. But that rain on top of that wind is not making us enjoy well, we're still going to enjoy a football game, but not making it as enjoyable as we would like to have it as fans and spectators. We are glad to be in the press box tonight. They're doing the coin flip right now. The Governors win the toss. And we'll see exactly where it is. I believe the T-Area Titans are going to receive because the Governors defer. So the Governors defer to the second half. And the Pierre Governors will kick this one away. Bria Sargent and Ryan Berry are back in the lineup, and they will be doing the kicking. They also have George Stalley on kickoffs. Ryan Berry will be back kicking. The two didn't play last week because the Governors were in the quarterfinal matchup against Mitchell. We're happy to have Ryan Berry and Bria Sargent both dressing again. However, we wish they weren't dressing because they would have been the state championship. That would have been the only reason why they weren't ready to go for tonight. But Berry is going to be the back to kicking extra points. And it's going to be tough when right now the Governors are going to go with the win. T's going to go against the win the first quarter. Governors score the first and third quarter. Won't be so hard on Berry to try and kick an extra point. It's going to be really tough from the second and fourth quarter. George Stalley will kick things off. It's good to see him back in that starting lineup. Again, get back after the concussion. He left in the hospital, went to the hospital on a stretcher, so it's good to have him back as he will do the kicking. He will be the starting receiver. The guys in return for the T-Area Titans. Tim Halber, I believe, is back deep for the T-Area Titans as George Stalley will tee this up. He's going to kick with the wind, and the kickoff will be all the way to back to the end zone and out of the end zone for a touchback, and that is where we will start with the T-Area Titans getting the ball at the 20-yard line, and it will be the quarterback in Brenner Conrad to lead the unit out, and a lot of running backs and a lot of guys to go to in the backfield for this T-Area Titans team as we are underway here this evening. We got the windows closed to the press box to try and keep the rain out. Be a little bit harder to see through that window. I formation to kick off here for the T-Area Titans. Conrad will hand the ball off. It'll be up to the right side. Elijah Bucci was the first one over there, and he's able to get on top of the tailback for the T-Area Titans, so a short gain. It'll be, I'd call it a gain of 5, so that is where we start here with the first play from scrimmage. Ethan Viss got the handoff and picked up 5 yards. He's in the backfield again here with Conrad, the man with the quarterback. It'll be a handoff getting out towards that line to gain, and there's going to be a near first down, as I believe Viss again was the runner. And so a gain of 6, and it'll be a first down here for the T-Area Titans. So Viss gets handoff, make that McKinney got the handoff. He picked up those 6 yards. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 1 minute gone by here in the first quarter. Be a shotgun formation here now for Conrad, as he will look to maybe pass. Instead of the handoff will go to the right side of the big hole, out to the 40 to the 45-yard line. And going out of bounds was Keegan DeYoung. And it's going to be a gain of about 15 to the 45, right to the 15-yard gain for DeYoung. And it's 1st and 10 on this first drive. 3 plays that have gone well for the T-Area Titans to kick things off. Again, this T-Area team is going to run the ball a lot here, especially a lot here tonight. As Conrad will hand it off in the backfield. It's going to be a short gain that time as it went to DeYoung again. And the Governors were over there to make the play. Trey Lewis had the tackle on that last play, and a short gain, actually going to be a gain of just 1 for DeYoung. And it's going to be a 2nd down and 9. Lewis again with the tackle on that one for Pierre. 2nd and 9, 10-20 left to go here in the first quarter. The Pierre Governors and T-Area Titans with rain falling. Windy evening to start this ball game. 3 receivers to the near side. Conrad will hand the ball off in the backfield again from the shotgun, and the Governors were able to stop the forward progress for a moment as DeYoung tried to find his way through, and a host of Governors were there to make the tackle and able to stand him up, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7 here, a gain of 2 for DeYoung. 3rd and 7 with now 9:38 left to go here in the first quarter. First drive of the ball game. From under center, Conrad will go. Receiver on each side here. Trying to get the Governors a jump. Laying down did not jump. They're looking for maybe false start penalty as well, but Conrad will keep it himself here on 3rd and 7. He's going to get to that line, but he's going to be short of just a yard. If you're T at this already in this spot where you're at past the midfield mark at the 46, you're going to probably go for it here. as it's going to be a gain of 6, and it's going to be 4th down and 1, and the Governors will have to stand tall here. That was the first run of the day for Brenner Conrad. Spencer Easlin gets credit for the tackle, and it ends up being now 4th and 1. From under center, they got 3 guys in the backfield. DeYoung will try and force that pile forward to make that Conrad. And he will get out to a first down as he got inside the 45 to the 42. A gain of 4 for Brenner Conrad, and it's 1st and 10 here for the Governors. Make that for the T-Area Titans with 8:25 left to go. It's kind of hard to see with the press box with the rain and everything else. I'm glad to be in the press box. I don't want to take that away from anything, but a little bit harder to see with the rain specks all over the windows. Conrad will go back under center again here, 1st and 10 from the now Governor 42-yard line. Man goes in motion. There'll be a handoff here for DeYoung. He was able to slip past that line of scrimmage, get to his left, and then it'll be thrown back, and he lost his helmet. It's actually going to be number 14 and Cole McKinney that had the handoff, and McKinney will have to come out of the ball game. He lost his helmet on the tackle. He'll get all the way out to the 37-yard line. Ends up being a gain of 5 for McKinney. And it's now 2nd down and 5. Grayson Schetzel on the tackle. It was really quick for McKinney to lose that helmet. Shotgun formation here for T. They've been able to run the ball with success. This will be handoff to the far side as it's going to be Savanda that will make his way out towards the sideline, and he will be driven out of play. And it'll end up being a gain of 3. Make that a gain of 2, and it's the 35-yard line. And it's 3rd down now here for T-Area. So 3rd and 3 here for T at the 35-yard line. 6:55 left to go here in the first quarter. First drive of the ball game. No score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Bunching everybody up towards that line of scrimmage right now. Shotgun formation here for Conrad. Give me an option play. Quick pitch to the near side on the left side. It's going to be a first down. The Governors will drive him out of bounds as it was Trey Lewis in the tackle, but DeYoung will pick up the first down as they'll get inside the 30 to the 26 and a gain of 9 and a first down for T-Area. A long drive here for the T-Area Titans. This will be the 11th play of the drive right now here for T. No passing yet. Everything's been on the ground. It's almost taken half the quarter right now, as this will be a run for Conrad. He gets 3. He's out to the 10 to the 5. He's going to get in the end zone for a touchdown. And T-Area strikes first from 26 yards out, 11-play drive. They went 80 yards. Conrad runs it in from 26 yards out. And it's a 6-0 lead here for the T-Area Titans with 6:28 to go here in the first quarter. Everybody will move to the left side of the line. They're lining up for the extra point, as it will be Griffin Wiebinga. Well, they had Griffin Wiebinga, I believe, to take the extra point. But right now they have number 22 out there, and Brady Tapia taking the extra point. Tapia is actually the long snapper. That kick is blocked. That was actually going to be number 23 and Carson Hall that took the extra point. It was blocked, so it's a 6-0 lead here for the T-Area Titans in the first quarter. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Enrich your life with opportunities at Capital City Campus. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Earn money while getting your associate's degree. Licensed practical nurse. Start your nursing career in Pierre. This program has a 97% placement rate. Need to brush up on skills? Capital City Campus has a variety of online courses to choose from. From grants and low-cost loans available, we'll work with you to help make college more affordable. Call Capital City Campus today, 605-773-2160, or stay connected and check us out on Facebook.
An 11-play drive that went 80 yards, and the Pierre Governors are down Right now, 6-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. All 11 plays were runs, and it was a 26-yard run by Conrad to finish off that first drive. So now the Pierre Governors will get the ball here with 6:28 to go in the first quarter. And it is T that punches first, going against the wind. And we'll see how much the Governors want to throw the ball with the wind right now. This will be a little squib kick. The Governors are able to fall on top of it. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Governor 39-yard line. As falling on top of it was Grayson Schutzel, I believe. Make that Trevor Rounds that fell on top of it. And the Titans defense will go to work with the Pierre Governor offense. This is a big game for both these teams, and not many times that the Governors have had to get the offense on the field first, trailing in the first quarter. But it is Cade Kaiser from the shotgun. Will hand off for Brock Mosier. He started to slip, and then he got hit hard. He was thrown down. And the tackle made by number 11 in Sam Wardell. A gain of 2 for Mosier on that first run, and it's first and make that 2nd and 8 now here for the T-Area Titans. So 2nd and 8 after the gain of 2 for Brock Mosier. Shotgun formation here for Cade Kaiser, empty backfield, be a design run. He'll get to the right side. He's out of the 45 where he's pushed out of bounds by Wardell, and it's a gain of about 5 for Kaiser, and it's 3rd down and manageable, 3rd and 4 here for the Governors. We'll make that a gain of 4 for Kaiser. So 3rd and 4 from the 45-yard line. 5:48 clock is stopped right now here in the first quarter. 6-0 lead for the T-Area Titans of the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. And T will jump and get across the line. The Governors will pick up a 1st down. It was one of the defensive linemen, I believe it was number 38, Andrew Oplin, the 5'10", 220-pound senior. He was the one that jumped, gave the Governors now a free 1st down, and it's 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. So now a run here for Kaiser, design run again. He's going to get out past midfield and across midfield to the 42-yard line, a gain of 8. So the Govs right now, they're looking to run the football as well. It's probably not so much the rain that's going to be affecting the throwing. It's going to be the wind that's affecting the throwing. And we're going to see a lot of runs with already 5:20 to go here in the first quarter. If you stay in bounds, this first quarter could be a rather quick one. So 1st and 10 from the 42. Kaiser, the big hole. He's out to the 20, to the 15, 10-5, touchdown, 42-yard run for Cade Kaiser. And the Governors answer just like that. 5:06 to go in the first quarter. Kaiser's got a 42-yard touchdown run, and Pierce on the board to tie it up. Just a 4-play drive for the Pierre Governors, as they went just 40, make that 52 yards. A 58-yard drive. And Pierre quickly answers as Ryan Berry is on for the extra points. Kaiser will hold, the kick will be up, and that will be through the uprights to the 7-6 lead for the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Didn't take long for Pierre to answer back. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
So a 4-play, 61-yard drive for the Pierre Governors as Cade Kaiser runs it in from 42 yards out, and we have the Governors on top 7-6 with the extra point good from Ryan Berry. Both teams score on their first possession. Now let's see what the defenses can do between these two teams. as George Stalley will kick this one away. Back out to the 5-yard line. It will be taken here by the T-Area Titans. Out to the 20, to the 25. Still on his feet, the 35, out to the 37 before he's run down by Trevor Rounds. As it was Sam Wardell, I believe, with the return out to the 37-yard line where T will take over and have their second drive of the ball game. Here in the first quarter, 4:58 to go. This T-Area team in a long 11-play drive that nearly took half the quarter, never threw the football. And now here's a handoff on 1st and 10. The Governors, Chamberlain got their first ball as popped out, but the forward progress was stopped from number 30 in Ethan Viss. Chamberlain was the first one to get to him, and a gain of none for Viss. And he will bring up 2nd down and 10 here for T. So 12 plays so far offensively for the Titans, and no passing yet from Conrad. And don't expect it very often. DeYoung will get the handoff this time. He breaks through the hole. He's out of the 45. He's off to the races. 30, 25, 20 to the 15, 10, 5 touchdown. And T answers right back. A 63-yard run by Keegan DeYoung, and it's a 14, make that a 12-7 lead now for T with 4:09 to go here in the first quarter. 90 yards of rushing on 5 carries for Keegan DeYoung. And it is now 12-7, and T's trying to find everybody to get back on the extra point squad with that quick answer. 2-play drive at 67 yards. And DeYoung has got T right back on top with 4:09 to go. Talking about being maybe a quick first quarter. Now we're going to see a lot of scoring. They're going to go for 2 as T. As Conrad, he lost the football. The ball will be somewhat picked up by the Governors. They're going to wave it as I believe Pierre can't advance any type of interception or fumble. They can't advance it. So the 2-point conversion is no good, but it is 12-7. T leads it on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. We will step aside, come back in 30 seconds here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161. So the both conversions, the 1-point conversion, the kick was no good by T, and then the 2-point conversion also no good, and it is 12-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard as the Governors are just about set for their second possession. So not the start defensively that the Governors are hoping to have, even with the wind at their backs right now and T trying to force their way through the wind. It has been the Titans offense and their rushing that has been the difference in this game so far. Going to be a line drive kick. It'll be taken at the 25-yard line, out to the 30 to the 35, where the Governors will take over, as that was a tie and bust that returned that one right around to the 35-yard line. So Pierre will take over. They're going to spot him at the 34, I believe. And it will be 1st and 10 whenever the ball is spotted with the wind and everything else. Yeah, 34-yard line. It was a 2-play drive, went 63 yards. That spanned 57 seconds for the T-Titans on that scoring drive. Of course, it was a 63-yard run by Keegan DeYoung. Kaiser design run again. He slips to the first tackler. He gets free out to the 40-yard line and went from the 34 out to the 41. He was wrapped up at first right by the defensive lineman. We got an injured T-Titan right now, and they're going to spot him at the 42. It was a gain of 8. And it's 2nd down and a long 2, although we do have an injured Titan right now, and so far for Cade Kaiser. He has made the most of his run, 62 yards on 4 carries. Trying to see who the injured Titan is. The training staff working on the injured player, and his number is blacked up from us up here in the press box. With a 12-7 lead for T with 3:47 to go here in the first quarter. Rain is still falling here in T. Dawson Eimers, the injured Titan, but he was able to get back up on his own feet, walk off under his own power. The 6-foot, 172-pound junior, as he'll have to at least come out for a play or two. He seems to be mostly okay. I didn't see him really look down the sideline. I think he'll be okay and be able to come back in. But it is going to be 2nd down and 2 after the gain of 8. Clock rolls with a 12-7 lead for T. Kaiser in the backfield. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the far side. Kaiser gets the design run, but he has met the line of scrimmage. He's going to be throwing back. And don't know if the referees have blown their whistle or not, but a no gain, actually going to maybe lose a yard, half a yard. End up being no gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and a long 2. That was a long play for T to continue to try and tackle Kaiser, and I don't know if maybe, and again, with the way the wind is, we didn't hear the whistle up here. Also, it could be that those players don't hear the whistle and give it a little leeway. Obviously, you don't want anybody to be injured on a play like that. But 2 receivers far side. Zabel, the lone receiver here on the near side. Kaiser, he's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage here. Play clock is under 5, down to 3, down to 2. Kaiser will get the snap off right before the delay of game. Design run. He's out for a first down. He's to the 45-yard line, crossing midfield as he's thrown out of bounds. He was let up right as he got out of bounds, and Cade Kaiser with a big run from the 42-yard line of Pierre to the 45-yard line of the T area, and a big first down for the Governors. Ends up being a gain of 13 for Kaiser. I think Kaiser, DeYoung on opposite sides. Conrad hasn't run the football very much so far for T, but we're going to be seeing a lot of design runs here. Kaiser, he's going to be slow to start, and now he's going to try and pick things up as he'll get from the 45 to the 40. He'll be spotted right before the 40-yard line, right around the 41, a gain of 4 for Cade Kaiser. And it's 2nd down and 6 with 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. 12-7. Governors are down by 5 here in the first quarter. Back-to-back scoring possessions for the T area Titans. And T area will jump, and it'll be 2nd down and 1. Second time they're going to get called for the offside, as Garrett Wiebinga is the one that ends up being the one to jump across the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd down and 1 from the 36 with 2:03 to go. Govs will make we're starting to make some substitutions, but keep everybody out there right now. Couldn't tell. That almost looked like Evan Anderson on the line of scrimmage for the Pierre Governors. But it'll be 2nd down and 1 here for the Govs, as Kaiser will look to pass. He'll throw. That ball is tipped. It's going to be incomplete. Not a bad first throw of the ball game. He's looking for George Stalley. It falls incomplete, but you know it's with 3rd and 1. You're not so worried about the fact that if you don't pick up a pass completion, it's not 3rd down and 6 and you got to pick it all up. It's 3rd down and 1 after that penalty by T. So it's very manageable for the Governors with 1:58 to go in the first quarter to pick up the first down and extend the drive as they're at the T40, make that the 36-yard line. Just have to get to that 35-yard line. It's more of 3rd and inches. Kaiser will pick up that first down. Gain about 2 or 3 as he got to around the 33-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 now here for the Govs. And Kaiser's up to 82 yards rushing on 8 carries so far. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. Kaiser will be in the backfield with Brock Mosher, shotgun formation. Play clock is under 10. Kaiser will take the snap, the give for Mosier. He hits the line of scrimmage, hit the center right in the back, and nowhere to go for Mosier, as he'll pick up maybe a yard. I don't think he got that yard, so it's now 2nd down and 10, and Trey Lewis will check in for Brock Mosier, who is slow to walk off the field. Maybe he's going to stay in the ball game and be receiver out wide. He will. It's Trey Lewis is in the backfield with 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter. With a 12-7 lead for T, the Governors are trying to answer and take the lead here late in this first quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Pistol formation this time for Kaiser. Look for an option for Lewis. He does get the option as Lewis will get the ball past the 30 to around the 28-yard line. And it will be 3rd down and manageable here for the Governors. They don't have to run another play here in this first quarter, but then the wind will be against them. Ends up being a gain of 5 for Lewis on his first carry. 15 seconds to go. I think the Governors want to use this wind to their advantage right now, as it's still blowing across the field. Down to 10 seconds in this quarter. See if maybe they can get T to jump. They're going to run the ball, as it's going to be a toss for Lewis. He's going to try to get to the outside. He's not going to get to the 1st down marker. Maybe a gain of 1, and that is where we will end the first quarter. A gain of 1 for Lewis, and it's going to be 4th down and 4 for Pierre when we come back in the second quarter. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Back here at T as we get set for the second quarter. The Governors down 12-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. It will be 4th down and 4 here for the Governors from the 27-yard line. They're going to get to the 24, right around the 24-yard line. And again, going against the wind right now, I mean, you're looking at best, a 44-yard field goal for Ryan Berry, but that turns into like an 84-yard field goal right now, the way the wind has been blowing across the field. So that is 4th down and 4 here for the Governors from the 27. Empty backfield here for Kaiser. He's going to look to pass here. He's going to float one up. It's going to be over the head of Jed Zabel and George Stalley. And it's going to fall incomplete. Make that Cooper Twilliger. So the Governors will turn the ball over on downs. And T, who has already scored twice on their first 2 possessions, will get the ball back. And a chance to go up by 2 scores here in this early on in the second quarter. Ends up being 11:56 left to go. And so we head to the second quarter in the first play of that second quarter. Turnover on downs, and now it will be the T-Titans to take over from their own 27-yard line. Handoff, bouncing out to the near side, trying to keep possession of that ball. He was starting to be slipped up, and then the play will be over and falling to the ground. I believe the Governors had kind of given him, let him go, but they were not too happy with the tackle being completed by number 37 in Grayson Schetzel. When the handoff went to Cole McKinney, gave the tackle to Trey Lewis, but it was Schetzel that got the tackle for 1 yard for McKinney, who's got 11 yards on 3 carries. 2nd down and 9 for the 28. Handoff here for DeYoung, and Keegan DeYoung will power his way forward and make it 3rd down and manageable here for the Titans, as he got out to the 33-yard line, a gain of 5, and it's 3rd down and 4 now. 95 yards for DeYoung on just 6 carries with that big 63-yard scamper. 10:45 to go, 3rd down and 4 from the 33. Conrad from under center. Trying to get the Governors a jump, did not jump, and now Conrad will look to pass. He's got nobody open, though. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to try and take off with it. He's going to pick up a first down to the 45. He's going to be tracked down by Chance Sarda along with Titan Winkler as he got to the 49-yard line. A gain of 16 on 3rd down and 4. And the Governor just can't get themselves off the field right now. Conrad's got a 26-yard run for a score, 63-yard run by DeYoung for a score. It's a 5-point game right now. Obviously, a touchdown makes it a 2-score game, but the Govs, even with the touchdown against, are not out of this game by any means. With 10 minutes to go here in the first half, they've got to find a way to get a defensive stop. There's a flag that will fly before the snap, and it should be against the T-Area Titans on a false start penalty. It was encroachment called against the Offmans. You don't see that very often, that they lined up offside, but a 5-yard penalty, and it's 1st and 15 back at the T44-yard line. It's a big game for both these teams. T, if they want to try and be a top 2 seed, they have to win their last 2 games, and they're both are not easy against both the Governors and then Watertown next week. Clock did not start right away with the referee's signal, so now they will get that clock rolling. Shotgun formation, a high snap. Handoff will be for DeYoung. Here coming the near side, almost lost the football, but he gets those 5 yards back and a little bit more. The ball comes out, and I think maybe they said that the forward progress was stopped. T still fell on top of it, and it will be a gain of about 7 or 8. And DeYoung will pick up those yards back plus some, make it 2nd down and 8. He's already over the century mark, 102 yards rushing for Keegan DeYoung. 2nd and 8 from the now Governor 49-yard line. 9:17 to go here in the first half. 3 receivers bunched up here on the left side, on the far side. DeYoung will get the handoff, make that Conrad who keeps it as he is out of the 45-yard line and then dropped. And it's 3rd down and 4. A gain of 4. And the Governors looking for that defensive stop now. 3rd and 4 from the 45 with 8:45 to go in the first half. 12-7. T leads it on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. 2 receivers on each side. Shotgun formation, man goes in motion. Conrad will take the snap, and he will have a design run as he gets near the 1st down marker. But again, whether it's short or not, it's going to be 4th down and 1 at the worst. And the Governors will have to get a defensive stand here. It's going to be a gain of 3. There's no way that's a 1st down from the naked eye right now. They're going to call for measurement. So it's that close. The referees want to measure with 8:15 to go in the first half. And what most likely will be 4th down and 1. And they will bring the chains out. Usually the referees go get the chains. They mark down where the 5 yards are at. So they're not even worried about the other guys. So it's going to be so it's 4th down, and they're putting that at the hash mark. It's going to be 4th and 1. Ends up being a gain of 3. Usually don't see that very often. But it's 4th and inches, 4th and 1 here for the T-Titans. They're going to find a way to get the ball about a half-yard length here. Conrad, design run, a little bit of a tush-push as well, trying to get that running back behind the line of scrimmage, and they got a 1st down. Conrad was able to sneak all the way through, but they pick up the yard, make that 2 yards in total to the 40-yard line. And it's going to be now 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive coming up here for the Titans now. Tackle by Emmett Anderson. able to get the forward progress stopped as the wind blowing from left to right, helping the T-area Titans right now. Runner Conrad from under center. Handoff for DeYoung. Bounces out left side. He gets free of Trey Lewis, and then it will be pushed out of bounds by Carson Stosher. And he'll get out to around the 30-yard line. Short, maybe short of that first down marker, or is it? See where the ball is spotted. That should be a first down. It is by half a ball length, and a 10-yard run by Keegan DeYoung. And with 7:34 to go, T continues to just run the football on the Pierre Governors. No pass attempts yet by Conrad. He's had one drop back so far, but he ended up running for a first down on third down. Shotgun formation again here. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. The handoff will go far side of the field, and the Governors are able to get a minimal gain to make it 2nd down and 9. As Ethan Vitz was the one to get the handoff. Just his 3rd carry of the game so far. And this will be the 10th play of the drive upcoming for the T-Titans with 7:27 to go here in the first half. The 29-yard line. T is driving right now. They've gone 44 yards so far. 4:29 off the clock on this drive. This will be a handoff to the right side, looking for a little bit of a sweep play for the Titans, and another pickup for Cole McKinney to around the 26-yard line. Bucci on the tackle. And it'll end up being now 3rd down and about 6 here for the Titans. One of the largest third down opportunities here for the Governors to try and get off the field. 3rd and 6 with 6:50 left to go here in the first half. From under center, Conrad. He'll move a man in motion. The handoff will go in the backfield, and it's going to be a minimal gain as Trey Lewis make that number 35 for the Governors, and a chance Sarda to get in the backfield. And Vitz will pick up a gain of 2 to make it 4th down and 4. And T, of course, is going to go for it. Why would you try and kick a field goal? I mean, granted, they got the wind at their back, but that's still going to be a 41-yard field goal from that spot. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. 4th and 4. Conrad will hand off for DeYoung. He's in the backfield, and he's going to be wrapped up. He's throwing down. The Governors will get the defense and stop Trey Lewis untouched in the backfield. And a turnover on downs. The Governor defense finally gets the stop that they've been looking for, all the way back to around the 32-yard line, a loss of 8. And the first negative play of the evening for T comes on a 4th down play. And Pierre will now take over. And the 12-play drive stalls out. Ends up being a loss of 9. So now it's 1st and 10 for the Governors. Kate Kaiser running against the wind. Able to stay on his feet for a little bit as he got from the 33 out to around the 39-yard line. A gain of 6 on that first down carry. He's nearing 100 yards rushing with 5:40 to go here in the first half. And it's 2nd down and 4 here for the Governors. Kaiser again, design run with an empty backfield. He's going to get near that first down marker as he spins around, drops a yard past that sticks, and a gain of 5 gives him enough for a first down. And the Governors will pick up a big first down here on this drive, trying to get back in the lead. A touchdown gives them the lead as they're trailing by just 5 right now, 12-7. After the first conversion was no good, the extra point was blocked by the Governors, and the second time the 2-point conversion was stopped on a fumble. And so it's 12-7 with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Pierre will get the second half kickoff. So if they can take time off the clock, they can go 2 for 1 here. Kaiser was hit at the line of scrimmage, and then he gets out of the 50-yard line. Boy, that gang of tacklers are all over there at the same point, and what T does well is good to be able to do that, but they also are looking like it's a fumble almost every single time, as there's a gain of 6 for Kaiser. 99 yards rushing now for Cade Kaiser. 4:30 left to go here in the first half. Pierre Governors being outgained right now, 188 to 107. No passing attempts or no passing completions for either side. Kaiser on a design run, right side. He gets a first down again as he scampers himself out of bounds. A gain of 7. And another first down as they're inside T-Titan territory at the 44-yard line. And for the Governors, it's been pretty much Cade Kaiser. 4 carries combined for Brock Mosier and Trey Lewis for combined 8 yards. But 106 yards rushing for Cade Kaiser right now. This will be on the right side again for Kaiser. He's able to sneak free. He stays on his feet. He's out to the 30-yard line before he is finally taken down inside the 30 to the 29 as he picks up 15 yards, and the Governors pick up another first down. We are seeing the Cade Kaiser show for the Governors right now. On a night where the throwing the football is not really an option. And for the Governors, you don't hear that very often, with the clock now at 3:50 here in the first half. To the 29-yard line for Pierre. Kaiser again, empty backfield here on 1st and 10. We get a whistle and probably a false start it is. Going to be a false start on the Governors. And now we get the ref for the back judge to come in, and he might have seen that if the clock didn't stop on time, it's 1st and 15. And they didn't stop the clock in time, so they're going to add 5 seconds and put 3:40 up there. So 1st and 15 now from the 34 upcoming. There we go, well, 3:48. And now they got to go back to 3:40. Just start the clock and let it run to 3:40. You can just start the clock and let it run 8 seconds. There we go. They didn't do that, but they did get set, and a little sarcastic cheer from the fans who probably at the where they're at in the game, they're probably going to be pretty sarcastic throughout this night, braving some rain and wind. 1st and 15 from the 34-yard line now for the Governors. Empty backfield, 2 receivers here on the near side with Staley in the slots. Kaiser, another design run, gets those 5 yards back, and then he was thrown around and then thrown down. He got the 5 yards back to the 29-yard line, but I think that's all he got to make it 2nd down and 10. Maybe a gain of 6. We'll call it a gain of 6 for Kaiser. And it's 2nd down and 9 here for Pierre with under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Two receivers on each side here for the Governors. 2nd and 10, and I believe the Titans maybe jumped this time. The referee blows the whistle. Who do we have? So they call encroachments. 5-yard penalty, making it 2nd down and 4. So that false start penalty against the Governors now is wiped off the board to make it 2nd and 4 with 2:40 to go and the clock running again here for the Governors. 2nd and 4 from the 23-yard line, 22-yard line. Kaiser looking to the air and they fall incomplete. There is a flag that is thrown, looking for Jed Zabel. But the flag comes in and hit the back of a Governor, so I don't know if that was going to be thrown on the... And I don't know, I actually didn't even hear what the penalty was. They went very quickly on it. But the Governors pick up a first down. It was on T. If it was a hold or pass interference. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Pierre at the 12-yard line. They're inside the red zone for the first time tonight. After the 42-yard run by Kaiser, this is the first time they've entered the red zone here. 2:33 to go in the first half. Pierre is down 12-7 on the American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Low snap. Kaiser picked up off the ground. He's out to around the 10-yard line. Trying to stay on his feet, but he is going to be down. And Kaiser lost his helmet. So Kaiser have to come out of the ball game, which probably means that Jed Zabel will go back to be the quarterback. It ends up being a gain of about 3 to the 9-yard line. And so now Zabel will take over with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Now, Coach Steele could take a timeout, and then Kaiser could come back in the ball game. And he still might have to if the Governors can't get themselves lined up. Bucci and Twilliger were switching spots. Zabel will take the design snap, design run. He'll spin move, trying to get to the 5-yard line. Driven over, and the clock, I believe, they were signaling maybe to stop the clock. No, they're going to keep running here. It's going to be 3rd down. And now we get a whistle and maybe a timeout. Yep, will be taken by the T-Titans. They know that they can get the ball back with some time left. They're going to get down to around the 7-yard line, I believe it was. I can't exactly tell where they're lined up. Maybe they're at the 5. They're at the 6, they're going to call it. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. So for Zabel, his run went about another 3 yards. So it's going to be after the timeout here by T with 1:28 to go in the first half. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the 6-yard line. And the Governors are looking to punch one in late in this half to retake the lead. In a quick moving first half. But the fact that we have not seen a completed pass, the Governors are 0 for 2 overall. Kaiser's thrown the ball 3 times, but there was a penalty on his 3rd attempt. Conrad has dropped back once to pass and ended up scrambling and running the ball anyway. So it has been zero pass attempts, or 0 completions, and only 2 official pass attempts in this entire half. So Kaiser back in the game, 3rd down and 4 from the 6-yard line with 1:28 to go here in the first half. Empty backfield, Kaiser trying to get the Titans to jump. They'll step back, reassess, and we'll take the snap. Design run, Kaiser. No, they're going to blow the flag. They're going to blow the play dead, throw the flag. And a false start penalty against the Governors will back them up to make it now 3rd down and 9 from the 11-yard line. So now, Pierre, what do they have? Are they going to run 2 plays? They really should put 2 seconds back up on the clock because there's 1:28 left to go in the half before that play happened, although the Governors probably don't care. 1:26, this close to the end zone, you're not going to worry about it. As Kaiser, he's going to roll to his right. Still rolling, throws, looking for the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down. He was looking for Stalley out there on the far side. And it's now 4th down and 9. And what do the Governors want to do here? They're obviously going to go for it, but what are they? What's the play call going to be? That's where I thought maybe if you run the football, pick up 4 or 5 yards, because you know you're going to go for it on 4th down. But now with 1:19 to go, 4th and 9 from the 11. Kaiser, empty rush here from the Titans. Kaiser still on his feet. He's going to roll to his left. He's got some room. He's out to the 5, down to the 3, gets in the end zone for a touchdown, but there is a flag, and it's going to drop the Governors back. He scored a touchdown to Kaiser, but it's going to end up being now 4th and 19 from the 21-yard line. A hold is called against Pierre. Take the touchdown off the board with 1:07 to go, and the Governors have the end zone, but now they're going to have to try and pick it up from a long way out. And you only get 1 play to do it. They're going to go back to the 21-yard line. It'll be 4th and 19 from the 21. So again, the Govs, on a normal night, you're saying you got a lot in your arsenal. On this night, with the wind the way it is, the Governors in a passing situation with the wind against them. Throwing for the back of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Jet Zabel was the intended receiver. It falls incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Maybe looking for an opportunity for a flag. A pass interference call, not going to get it. And the Governors will turn the ball over on downs on just their only third possession of the half with 1 minute to go. And now if you're T, you don't get the ball to start the second half. How aggressive do you want to be in this 1 minute to go in the half with 2 timeouts? And the fact that you're probably not going to pass the ball too much. From the 21-yard line where they take over, DeYoung, it'll be Conrad to keep it. He's going to try and slip through a tackler. He's being thrown down by Grayson Schetzel as he got to around the 28-yard line. And a timeout will be taken with 49 seconds to go here in the first half. Ends up being a gain of 8 to the 29 for Conrad. And it's 2nd and 2 with the timeout taken by the Governors with 49 seconds remaining here in the first half. Pierre down 12-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Kaiser is 0 for 4 through the air, 130 yards on the ground. The Governors in total have 141 yards to T's 196. So both teams have been able to move the ball in this half. I mean, this is only the 4th possession of the ball game for the T-Titans. Pierce, without a fumble of some kind in the next 49 seconds, they're not going to possess the ball 4 times in this half. Again, we had a relatively quick-moving first half. Slowed down a little bit down to the stretch here, and T's only got 1 timeout left to go. The fact that they didn't pick up the first down forced the timeout. Now you can probably get up and spike the ball if you pick up a first down to conserve that timeout with 49 seconds to go. From under center, the handoff will go. The Governors have it with Lucas Chamberlain throwing the man back, and it's going to be 3rd down and very long back at the 24-yard line, and Coach Steele will take a timeout. McKinney had nowhere to go. Lucas Chamberlain with a nice job. And with 35 seconds left, Coach Steele uses a timeout. Ends up being a loss of 5, and it's 3rd down and 7 from the 24-yard line. So just the second play of that drive, and now T's got to make that. Pierce got 2 timeouts with 35 seconds. They're looking for a chance to force T to punt the ball. Now, if you're going the other way, if you're moving from right to left, is T. They're moving from left to right. They got the wind in their back. But if the Governors if things were reversed and T had to punt the ball away into this wind, Governors would really like their chance to try and score here late in the half. But with 41 seconds, they put time back up on the clock. 41 seconds to go here in the half, and the TRA Titans, with 3rd and 7 from their own 24, have to find a way to pick this up. Boy, this wind and the rain that is blowing across the field is not a real heavy rain. It's just enough to be annoying. And the wind itself, with the rain on top of it, has made passing almost impossible. Hasn't to this spot right now as Conrad will look to pass. He's going to float one up in the air. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be intercepted by the Governors. Trey Lewis with the interception. He's at the 50. There's 2 flags down to the 40, to the 35, to the 30-yard line. We'll check the flags. It was after the interception. The Governors will get the ball with 27 seconds to go, and now we're going to wait to see exactly what it is and where the Governors will pick up the ball. It's a face mask on the T-Titans, which will advance the ball farther 15 yards down the field. The Governors have the ball in the red zone with 27 seconds to go. An interception on the only pass attempt of the half by Brenner Conrad, and the Governors have an opportunity now to take the lead with 27 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The ball was, I believe he was tackled on the 29-yard line, so they will move the ball up to the 14-yard line. So an extra 15-yard penalty with Trey Lewis with the interception, and Pierre is looking for an opportunity here. They get one more chance. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Cade Kaiser will go back to pass. He's looking to throw, looking for the end zone. Jump ball up in the air. It's going to fall incomplete. He was looking, I believe, for Jed Zabel out there in the back of the end zone and make that to Williger. And Kaiser now 0 for 5 throwing the football. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. 19 seconds left to go. Kaiser steps up. There's going to be another flag down. Kaiser needs to get out of bounds right now. The Governors are going to call for a hold, I believe, with 11 seconds to go. And the reason why I said you just need to get out of bounds is because to save some time on the clock. Unless it's on the T-Titans, but where that flag was thrown, it's most likely going to be on Pierre. Also the defense. So now where you're at would be a 5-yard penalty to make it 2nd and 5 instead of 3rd down and short. Well, they're going to... So if it's a 10-yard penalty, it's a 1st down then. But I believe... Would it be half the distance to the goal from the 14-yard line? So now they got to get the chain back. The chain gain had dropped his marker. So now it's a 7-yard gain, which then turns into an opportunity for Pierre with 2nd and 3 from the 7-yard line. With 11 seconds left to go. Or are they going to take the... I was going to say, probably maybe a gain of extra 1 and make it 3rd down and 2 instead of 2nd down and 3. But 11 seconds from the clock. Clock is stopped right now. Governors are trying to score here late in the half. They get the opportunity because of Trey Lewis' interception. Kaiser, right side, looking to run. He's into the 5, looking to the pylon. Did he get in or did he step out? He's in for a touchdown, and the Governors retake the lead with 5 seconds to go in the half. A 7-yard touchdown run for Cade Kaiser, and Pierre is back on top. Right now 13-12 with the extra point pending on a 2-play drive for the Governors. Trey Lewis' interception gives the Governors the opportunity to get down the field and score as Ryan Berry's on for the extra point. They try to make this a 2-point lead with only 5 seconds to go in the half. Snap was a little bit off, and Berry's kick against the wind is still up and good. And the Governors have taken a 14-12 lead. 2 extra points, good for Ryan Berry. Pierre's on top by 2, 14-12 with 5 seconds to go, back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your family. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
So with only 5 seconds to go, it was a 2-play, 14-yard drive and a 7-yard touchdown run for Cade Kaiser, but only 5 seconds remaining as George Staley will kick this one away, and we're just about set to finally reach halftime. Staley with the short kick, rolling, and it's going to go out of bounds. So with only 5 seconds to go, the Governors will give T at least a shot with the ball coming out of the snap here. Should be right at the 35-yard line. 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Again, the Governors will receive the second half kickoff. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station, just past 8 o'clock. Emma Thielen back at the station. Darla Miller's running camera for us tonight. And the rain still falling here at T. 5 seconds to go. Shotgun formation. Will Conrad throw the football? He's looking to throw. He'll throw it up for grabs. It's going to be Spencer Schosberg who drops the interception, but it will end the first half. Or do we have a flag down? I don't believe we do. Everybody's running off the field, so that will take us to the end of the first half. It is a 14-12 lead for the Pierre Governors at the break. We will step aside for 3 minutes and come back with halftime stats. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Sanford Health Pierre Clinic provides comprehensive and convenient care to Pierre, South Dakota, and its surrounding communities. We care for all your health needs, including preventive care, pediatric health, annual checkups, chronic disease care, and more. Schedule an appointment today at 605-224-0369. Ask about our heart health specialists. Visit this clinic on the third Wednesday every month. Sanford Health Clinic, Pierre, 605-224-0369.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
We might not be the largest repair shop in town, but we take pride in what we do. We want to make the experience as painless as possible for you, so we will work with your insurance company on your claim from beginning to the end. Locally owned with 50 years combined in the shop, Wheelhouse Auto Body will take the stress off of you. Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield, or contact them at 605-494-0436, 605-494-0436, or wheelhouseautobody@gmail.com.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
So as we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors have a 14-12 lead at the break. As we go through some of the stats, we'll first start with the drive summaries and the scoring plays as well for this game. As first quarter, it was T that took the ball and they almost took half the quarter off of the game in that first quarter. 5:32 time possession of that first drive. They went 11 plays, 80 yards, and it was ended up being a 26-yard touchdown run by Brenner Conrad. So they still had another 26 yards to go on that rushing touchdown by Conrad. Then the Governors answered with a 4-play, 61-yard drive that went to just a minute and 22 seconds. Kate Kaiser scored from 42 yards out. Then T went back down again, scored a touchdown, 57 seconds of possession, 2-play, 63-yard drive. It was a 63-yard touchdown run by King and DeYoung that made it a 12-7 game at the time, with the fact that the Governors blocked the extra point from T, and then the 2-point conversion was no good for the Titans. The Governors turned the ball over on downs in their next possession. They took a 10-play, 39-yard drive. It was 10 plays, only went 39 yards, but they turned the ball over on downs. Then a 12-play, 40-yard drive by T ended up turning the ball over on downs. The Governors, again, with another 10 plays, 46 yards on that drive, but also turn the ball over on downs. T, though, turned the ball over with an interception on a 3-play drive, a Trey Lewis interception that returned back to the 29-yard line. A 15-yard face mask made it to the 14-yard line for the Governors. They took 2 plays, ended up scoring from a 7-yard touchdown run by Cade Kaiser, and that's where we stand here at the half with the Governors up on the scoreboard, but trailing in the total yards. 191 yards of total offense for T, 148 yards for the Governors. No completions. 0 for 5 for Cade Kaiser, 0 for 2 for Brenner Conrad. Keegan DeYoung leads the Titans rushing with 97 yards and 8 carries. Brenner Conrad, 8 carries for 69 yards, both with a touchdown run of 63 and 26 respectively. Cole McKinney's got 5 carries for 10 yards. Ethan Vitz has ran the ball for 13 yards on 5 carries. Riley Savanda's got 2 yards on his lone carry for the T-Titans. For the Governors, just 4 guys have rushed the football. Cade Kaiser's got 16 attempts, which is a game high, 137 yards, a game high so far. He's also got both those touchdowns, his longest run of 42 yards. He's averaging 8.6 yards per carry. Brock Mosier, he's got 2 yards on his 2 carries. Trey Lewis with 6 yards on 2 carries, and Jed Zabel picked up 3 yards on his only carry when he was the quarterback after Cade Kaiser had to come out on after losing his helmet. Defensively for the Governors, they are led by Trey Lewis's 6 tackles, a tackle for loss of 9 yards, which was a 4th down carry. He also has the interception of 26 yards. 5 tackles for Chance Sarda, 3 for Tyne Winkler, 4 for Grayson Schetzel for the Pierre Governors. 5 tackles for Tim Halber. He leads the team with his 5 tackles, 3 for Keegan DeYoung along with Jessen Wiebinga, and as well as also Garrett Wiebinga, those 3 tackles for the T-Area Titans. So that is your stats for the first half across the board. We will step aside for another 3 minutes. We'll come back and we'll tell you scores from across the state. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The Swartz Agency, operating in the Pierre-Fort Pierre area since 2006, wants to welcome Cooper Swartz, our newest licensed agent, joining Ryan and Sylvia. Home and auto insurance, we cover it. Commercial and farm insurance, we cover it. Remember, quotes are free, and the chances are the Swartz Agency can save you money on your policy and provide the same or better coverage. Call Ryan, Sylvia, or Cooper at 224-0707. That's 224-0707. Are you building or remodeling your house? Looking for a trustworthy plumber? We all have to deal with a plumbing problem every now and then. Why not let the experts handle it for you? Contact Matt with Graves Plumbing at 222-8400. Graves Plumbing, the go-to for all your plumbing needs. Don't forget to visit them on Facebook to check out the excellent work they've done. Call Matt at Graves Plumbing today at 222-8400. That's 222-8400.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy here for high school athletics.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yeah, but it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
See the team at Potsdam State Farm or visit insuredwithbecky.com.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back here as we continue to halftime as the Pierre Governors have a 14-12 lead on American Family Insurance. Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Let's look through some scores from across the state. We can start at 11 AAA. Brandon Valley beat Sioux Falls Jefferson 34-6. I wouldn't say easy win, but a big score for Brandon Valley. O'Gorman's already beat Rapid City Central 42-7. Harrisburg is all over Brookings 41-0 at the break. Roosevelt at halftime leading Stevens as well 28-0. And Washington and Lincoln, they are tied with no score with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. In 11 AA, Huron is leading Mitchell 13-7 at the end of the first half. Sturgis beating Douglas 45-7 at the end of the first half. Watertown over Spearfish 42-0. And the other game, oh boy, Aberdeen Central is beating Yankton 15-14. If Aberdeen Central would beat Yankton and the Governors win here tonight, Pierre's got the 1 seed locked up then, as long as they win over Douglas, which shouldn't be a problem. I say that with me being up here in the press box, I say it's not a problem. But the Governors should be able to handle business next Thursday. If that score would hold, this score holds, the Governors are in the spot to take that first seed in 11 AA. In 11A, let's see here. Let's get a couple of final scores. Lee Deadwood beat Lakota Tech 51-6. Chamberlain beating Millbank 21-7. It is also Sioux Falls Christian over Belfouche 42-6 right now. Del Rapids beating St. Thomas More 34-7. West Central beating Lennox 28-0 at the half. That's a 2 versus 5 matchup. 11B, it is, let's see here, for the winner fighting Nathan Nazes. They are leading Mount Vernon Plankinton all over Mount Vernon Plankinton 44-0 in the third quarter. Also Parker beating McCook Central Montrose 13-0. And the other couple of scores, Hot Springs beating Hill City 42-6. El Point Jefferson beating Bridgewater Emory Ethan 28-0 at the end of the first half. 9 AA, Stanley County and Faith. They are almost to the end of the first quarter right now. 16-8, Stanley County has a lead over Faith. They just need to get a win and get out of there for the Stanley County Buffaloes. Faulkton area beating Leola Frederick. That is 9B versus 9 AA in the first half. 8-0 lead for Faulkton area. Freeman Marion Freeman Academy beating Florence Henry 34-0. There's like 8 games that are in a factor for the Stanley County Buffaloes. Platte Geddes beat Canastota earlier 28-14. Kimball White Lake beat Bennett County 50-6. Those 2 games had implications for Stanley County, even though they played 0 of those 4 teams. This is how crazy the seed points are. Harriet Selby area beating Britton Hecla 30-14. That is 9B versus 9 AA as well. In Class 9A, Howard beating Chester area 27-7. Avon right now trailing 6-0 to Woolsey Wessington with 1 minute to go in the first half. Phillip, they stay undefeated. They finish undefeated. 54-0 win over White River. White River, if they could have won that game, would have helped out the Stanley County Buffaloes. Lyman beating Lemon McIntosh with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 22-16. Well, a Lyman win helps out Sully Buttes. A Lemon McIntosh win helps out Stanley County because of the seed point threshold that both teams can get with a win and won't get it with a loss. Del Rapids St. Mary beating DeBrook area 12-6. And in 9B, the Sully Buttes Chargers, they're down 6-0 at the end of the first half in Corsica, taking on Corsica Stigney. That is a low-scoring first half, and I'm sure the win being a factor as well. Harriet Selby area, they are, again, leading Britton Hecla 30-14. Potter County all over Sunshine Bible Academy 42-0. Elkton Lake Benton with the baseball score leading DeSmet 6-2 with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, not third inning. It is Great Plains Lutheran beating Hitchcock Laird 22-14 with 8 minutes left to go in that third quarter. As well as also Kadoka area beating New Underwood 14-0 towards the end of that third quarter as well. So that is scores from across the states. Pierre Governors lead at 14-12 here at the end of the first half. Don't forget, coming up Tuesday, we've got Pierre Governor Volleyball for you, as well as it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday of Pierre Sports on the air on KCCR. The Governor Volleyball team will be at home on Tuesday, taking on the Huron Tigers. Governor Football team home Thursday, taking on Douglas. Then the Governor Volleyball team will travel to O'Gorman on Friday and then be back home on Saturday against Aberdeen Central. And all 4 of those games will be here on KCCR and also on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll take one more break here, the halftime show. Back in 3 minutes with the start of the second half. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
We all have had to fix little things. Loose screw? Get a screwdriver. Nail coming up? Find a hammer. Bolt coming loose? Get some wrenches. Sometimes these little things tend to make us think we can fix big things. Plug drain? Call Allied Plumbing. Water heater leaking? Call Allied Plumbing. Sewer backed up? Trust me, leave it to the professionals and rely on your ally. Call Allied Plumbing. With 75 years of combined experience, it speaks for itself. Allied Plumbing, 494-2001.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 AM or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
Let Country Carpet and Flooring help you update your home or office with the latest fashion trends. With over 30 years of experience, we can help you find the right flooring or window treatments for your needs. Stop down to 414 East Sioux Avenue or call for an appointment at 224-9297 for your free consultation and estimate. Go Govs!
At Anderson Rupka Dental, we want to change the way your family views the dentist. Let's replace your fear of the dental chair with personal service and a friendly and inviting atmosphere. Using state-of-the-art technology, we offer same-day crowns, saving you time and money, as well as dental implants, orthodontics, veneers, teeth whitening, and much more. Anderson Rupka Dental, located at 1521 North Harrison Avenue in Pierre. At Anderson Rupka Dental, we also offer sedation dentistry. If you like the idea of getting all your dental work done while you sleep, sedation dentistry might be right for you. Anderson Rupka Dental. Call us today at 224-6111.
South Dakotans, due to the recent flood, hail, and windstorms, many of you have damage and are in need of making repairs. When it comes to making the decision of who to hire to complete the repairs, you should always check with the Department of Revenue to ensure they're licensed to do business in South Dakota. And you should check with Consumer Protection to see if any complaints have been filed against the company. And finally, never sign anything until you read all the details. Rule of thumb, when someone knocks on your door to sell you a product or service, they need to provide you with a 3-day right to cancel. Go to consumersd.gov and look under transient vendors or call 800-300-1986.
Since 1906, Dakota Prairie Bank has served Presho, Draper, and the Fort Pierre communities. Dakota Prairie Bank is a full-service bank with friendly, professional service. Stop in and visit with their professional staff and let them assist you in all your banking needs. Small enough to know you, large enough to offer the services you need. Dakota Prairie Bank with locations in Presho, Draper, and Fort Pierre. Member FDIC.
Back here at T High School as the Pierre Governors lead at 14-12 at the end of the first half as we just about set for the second half with Emma Thielen back at the station. Darla Miller running the camera for us tonight, so we appreciate both of those ladies' work for us here this evening. John Winkler here on this Friday, cold Friday nights. It is nice and it's much warmer in the press box than it is outside. That wind still blowing from left to right across your radio dial, across the field, across the TV screen. Maybe you can even see a little bit of that rain going through, but the Governors are trying to hang on to a 2-point lead right now as we are just about set for the start of the third quarter. Governors will receive the second half kick, and they will try and, again, with the rushing attack is the game plan for both these teams. 0 for 5 is Kate Kaiser so far through the air. 0 for 3 with an interception, or make that 0 for 2 with an interception, is Brenner Conrad for the T-Titans. And it's 191 yards of offense for T, 148 yards for Pierre. But the Governors have, with that short field after the interception, had the 2-point lead, 14-12 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. So T will kick this one away. They'll kick it with the wind. The 2 times they scored, they kicked it against the wind. Governors were able to kick it with the wind on 2 of their 3 kickoffs in that first half as we are set and ready to roll for half number 2. Weebinga will kick this one away. Griffin Wiebinga, that is, will kick this one away for the T-Area Titans. Governors lead it by 2. Big second half here. The Governors win, and that Yankton and Aberdeen Central score holds out with Aberdeen Central leading by 1. Pierre can lock up that 1 seed by just taking care of business next week Thursday against the Douglas Patriots. As far as I'm aware, ball falls off the tee before, just as everybody was ready to go, ball will fall off the tee, so Wiebinga will tee it back up before we get the kickoff, and he'll get a little bit of help from his teammates in a Carter Christensen that will hold the ball on the tee. Like he's kicking a field goal. See if he can kick it to the end zone, does Wiebinga. It's going to be a rather short kick. The wind will help it bounce a couple times, and the Governors will pick it up as it's going to be Tyan Buss on that far side of the field. And Buss is still with it. He's out to the 30-yard line before he's finally driven out of bounds. The ball come out at the end. But T was trying to say they had the football, but they do not. And so it will be 1st and 10 here for the Governors. They will take over around the 27-yard line. Actually, Spencer Easlin, they say, was the one that returned the football. So here for the Governors, 1st and 10. And from the 33, not the 27. Kaiser empty backfield. Run the football. Nobody blocked that first initial man. He's going to get the sack. He's going to get the loss right there. And it'll be 2nd down here and long for the Governors. As Wiebinga was the one to make the tackle. It ends up being a loss of 5 for Kaiser, one of the few times that he has been held back behind the line of scrimmage. That was Garrett Wiebinga with the tackle for a loss of 5, and it's 2nd and 15 from the 28. First play in that second half for the Governors. 2 receivers here on the near side from the Governor 28-yard line. Kaiser looks to pass. He'll throw it down the field. It was a floating ball that's going to be caught by the Governors, and be out to the 36-yard line as Jed Zabel makes the first completion of the entire game for either side. And a gain of 8, and it's 3rd down here for the Governors. 3rd and manageable. So 1 completion of 8 yards on a total of 8 attempts for both these quarterbacks. 1 for 6 for Kaiser, 0 for 2 for Conrad. 3rd and 7 from the 36-yard line now for the Governors. Moving from right to left. Empty backfield. Kaiser will look to pass again. He'll throw. He's looking for his man Zabel, and he underthrew him just by a moment. And it will be 4th down, and the Governors will have to punt the ball away into the wind. So back-to-back passing plays by the Governors, and a rare sight of them going 3 and outs to open up a half. But Kaiser targeted Zabel on 2 different back-to-back passes, one complete of 8 yards and the other incomplete, and it's 4th down. And Zabel will look to punt the ball away here for the Governors. He's going to get a good one. He has to have a good one. He will wait, and then that punt will be a line drive kick. It will take a couple hops and start to take a T-hop. Will be picked up at the 34-yard line. So not a bad punt, 35-yard line where it will be spotted. Not a bad punt from Jed Zabel. All things considered, in the wind like he had to. And it will be the Titans that will take over just a minute and 43 seconds into this second half. So 1st and 10 from the 34 as T will go from left to right on your radio dial. Ends up being a 29-yard punt for Jed Zabel. Our first punt of the ball game as well. It's been turnover on downs or an interception. This will be handoff for DeYoung as he's going to find his way inside the right tackle, and then he was hit hard, stood up, and DeYoung will get out to around the 38-yard line. And Trey Lewis has been on the ball a lot. He was the leading tackler in that first half for both these teams, the game high leading tackler. And he's able to stop DeYoung for just a gain of 4 yards that they will call it to right around the 39-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 39. The long 6 here for the Titans. Another handoff up the middle, tripped up this time. That was going to be by Savanda. That got the carry. He was tripped up but dove forward to the 43-yard line to make it now 3rd down and 2. A gain of 4 for Savanda on just his second run. And the Titans, as they'll have a quick sub, Lingdow will check out for the Governors. And in the game will be Jacob Mikkonen to now be the nose tackle. Well, actually, Evan Anderson will take the nose tackle spot. Mikkonen will go to the end. A handoff, looking to go right up the middle to the fullback, and a first down for T. Out across midfield to around the 47-yard line, as DeYoung will try and get the crowd into it a little bit. Ends up being a gain of 10 and a first down here for the T-Area Titans. 1st and 10 from the Governor 47-yard line now. Titan Winkler, Trey Lewis on the tackle. But a big first down carry there for a T. With 8:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. From the shotgun, another handoff here. The Governors miss DeYoung on the initial tackle attempt. DeYoung was able to get his forward progress stopped. He was able to get moving again, but a whistle had blown, so a gain of just 3 yards. They call it a gain of 4, but it's a short 4 yards for DeYoung, but still makes it 2nd down, a long 6. Chance Sarda on the tackle for the Governors. Full house set, actually a two-wing formation here for T. Nearly a false start penalty could have been called. DeYoung got the handoff again. They're going to ride him on this drive a little bit, and it's going to be a gain of a couple to make it 3rd down here for the T-Titans. Sarda another tackle. Call it a gain of 2, and 3rd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. Grayson Schetzel along with that tackle with Sarda. 7:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. In Governor territory here for the Titans. Under center this time is Conrad. He'll hand it off in the backfield and out to around the 1st down marker. Did he get enough for that 4 yards? It's going to be close. I'll wait to see the official marking. Viss was the one that carried it, but it's going to be 4th down and 1. A gain of 3 for Viss. And now it's 4th and 1 from the 38-yard line. They got to get to the 37. We'll see if there's a sneak by. Conrad lost the football, a little bit of fumble-rooski, and the Governors were able to throw him back. I don't think they meant to go with fumble-rooski. And now the question also is, can you advance a fumble like that? Referees, I think, are going to talk about it. I believe the Governors might have the football here. It might be a turnover on downs. Svanda picked it up. And I don't know, the referees are still talking about it, whether he got the line to gain or if he can even advance the ball in a fumble. Referees are still talking about it with 6:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pierre feels like maybe they have the football. Or are they just going to measure it? They're just going to come out and measure it. Is it going to be short? And it is going to be short, so the Governors signal that they have got the ball. Viss did not get to the yard line. I make that Savanda did not get to the yard line to gain as the ball was dropped by DeYoung. Make that Conrad. And no gain for Zvanda and a turnover on downs, and the Governors will take over after the punt the ball went 3 and out. The 7-play drive went 27 yards. Took almost 4 minutes off the clock for T, but no scoring. Did not score. Turnover on downs, the Governors take over. 6:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Pierre can start to take some time off the clock, especially with going against the wind. They get the wind on their back in the fourth quarter, as Kaiser will run the football, and he's got nowhere to go. He is going to be a loss of about 3 back to the 35-yard line. That defense was swarming around Cade Kaiser. Wardell with the tackle. And a loss of 3 for Kaiser, who's run the ball now 18 times for 129 yards. 2nd and 13 for the 35. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Kaiser, he's able to pick up a yard or 2, but then he was thrown down as it's going to be a 3rd down and long. And Tim Halber with the tackle. They give him a gain of 2, and it's 3rd down and 11. 3rd and a long 11 here for the Pierre Governors. Halber came from that middle linebacker position and came flying in. Make that the free safety position, came flying in to make the tackle. 2 receivers here on the near side. Shotgun formation, empty backfield, and now we get a flag. We got too many guys on the field for one of these 2 teams. An illegal substitution. They had too many guys on the field. They had 12 guys on the field, so a 5-yard penalty drops them back to the 32, and it's now 3rd down and 16 here for the Governors. Referee was quick to count, saw something didn't look right, ended up having 12 guys on the field. 3rd and 16 with 5:14 to go in the third quarter. Kaiser drops back to pass, throwing against the wind. Zabel makes the catch. He's on the 35 to a foot race. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Governors! How about that for a second completion for Cade Kaiser? Throws it for 58 yards, 68 yards for a touchdown. The Governors are up 20-12 with 5:02 to go here in the third quarter. 68-yard completion to Jed Zabel. And the Governors are on top by now 1 full score and can make it a 2-possession game with the extra point. Barry's kick is going to be blocked, and it's going to be 20-12 with 5:02 to go here in the third quarter. 20-12 lead for Pierre. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments. What? Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! Call it! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
The Pierre Governors now lead at 20-12 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, with the Govs getting a big 62-yard pass as Jed Zabel makes the catch. Actually, it ends up being a 68-yard pass, as we went 3 plays, 62-yard drive. So the Govs take a minute and 26 seconds off the clock to score a touchdown and go up by 1 full score, 8-point lead, 20-12, with the extra point that was blocked. But Jed Zabel makes a 68-yard catch, and Pierre is up by 8. The kickoff out to around the 25-yard line where it was picked up, and trying to pull forward and push forward out to the 34-yard line where as Ethan Viss gets it out to the 34-yard line. So here we are now for the TRA Titans that need a touchdown here. It's only the 7th drive of the ball game in total for the Titans, with 4:53 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun formation. for Conrad. He will keep it himself. A big hole left side, but nice job, an open field tackle by Chance Sarda. As he does, though, Conrad pick up 8 yards on the keeper on the option play. So he's up to 77 yards now on the ground. Zabel with 2 catches, 76 yards. A 68-yard catch is the big one. And a little bit of a dagger to T area, although it's still a 1-score game. 2nd down and 2. High snap, bringing it down. McKinney gets the handoff as he's able to fall forward for a 1st down, and Cole McKinney will get out to the 48-yard line. Spot him just past the 47. And a gain of about 5 for Cole McKinney. Under 4 minutes now left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pierre up 20-12 with American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. 1st and 10 for the T 48-yard line. Just shy of the 48-yard line. When they're trying to cross midfield. Titans have not had a completion yet. Only 0 for 2 with the interception. There is Elijah Bucci just throwing Keegan DeYoung back. He wrapped him up, did Bucci, the junior. A loss of 1 to make it 2nd down and 11. No, they're going to spot it. Yeah, they're going to spot him, but a loss of 1. And Bucci with a nice play and got those legs churning the other way. And DeYoung had nowhere to go. Wrapped up by the powerful Bucci. Stands at 6'3" and 220 pounds and a junior. So off the loss of 1, 2nd and 11 from the 47. 3 minutes to go now here in the 3rd quarter. And goes in motion from the right to the left side of the line. Toss to the backfield, but a flag will come in, a false start penalty. That probably was the best case scenario for the Titans because the toss went back to DeYoung, who dropped the football. And maybe the whistle played a part in him dropping the football, but otherwise it was going to be probably a loss of 7 or 8 if there was no false start penalty. So now it's 2nd down and 16, back at the 42-yard line in T territory. Clock winds, 2:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Governors still lead it by 8, 20-12. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, shotgun formation. And a handoff kept by, though, Conrad, and he'll be able to keep moving forward. He crosses midfield, and Brenner Conrad, he was just about down past the 45-yard line. Instead, he gets past the 50 to the Governor 48. He picks up those 10 yards and is now 3rd down and 6 and much more manageable here for the T-Area Titans. The Govs not able to finish the tackle. I think when the Govs go back and watch the film, it's going to be tackling the biggest, I wouldn't say issue, but the point of emphasis from the defensive side. Got to finish the tackle. Coach Steele talked about that in the pregame show in Coach's Corner. Now 3rd down and 6. Play clock is down to 5. From under center, snap and the handoff. McKinney, he is wrapped up. Nowhere to go. Lucas Chamberlain will finish off the tackle. And it's 4th down. And the Governors, I believe, are going to get the ball back with a punt. Sarda was the first one to get to him. Chamberlain finished off the tackle. And no gain for McKinney, and it's 4th down and 6. And Pierre's going to make sure that make sure there is no fake here. They are kicking with the wind. Punting with the wind is T, but they're going to punt from their Governor 48-yard line. Bouncing ball. It's going to be picked up. It's not picked up cleanly, and then finally falling on top of it is T, and the Governors will have a huge opportunity inside the T 37-yard line. It ended up being picked up by Parker Wilson for T, but ends up being a huge loss back from the 48 to now the 38-yard line. Back in Pierre Governor territory. Make that T territory. Loss of 14. And Wilson, unfortunately, will get credit for that loss. But it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a scoop and score potentially with that ball never actually getting. Again, he was snapping against the wind. They're punting with the wind, but he was snapping against the wind, so that ball never really got back far enough. Now it's pistol formation for the Governors on their first play from scrimmage. Trey Lewis was hit immediately. He's going to lose back to the 40-yard line. He had nowhere to go. He tried to step to his left, but he was hit hard on that run. And a loss of 3 back to the 40-yard line. You got 2nd and 12, but still really a loss of 3 for Lewis as they got to get to around the 27-yard line as they're back at the 40-yard line right now. With 30 seconds left to go, Governors still have to run a play here. Play clock is under 10. Now it's down to 5, down to 3, 2, now with 1. Governors will get the play off. Kaiser will roll. He lost the football. It came out right towards the end. There's a pile for it. Governors still have it with 10 seconds to go. That will take us to the fourth quarter, but it was a big loss for Kate Kaiser, losing the football, just slipping out of his hands, and the Governors will take it to the fourth quarter with a long third down potential conversion here for Pierre. But we head to the fourth, 20-12, Governors lead over T. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684. It is the start of the fourth quarter. Pierre Governors have it 3rd and 30. It was a loss of 14 on that play. 3rd and 30 from the 42-yard line. Kate Kaiser drops back to pass with the win. The ball is falling out of his hand. That's going to be incomplete. The ball went forward. That is incomplete. So it'll be 4th down. And so it will be the Governors that will have to punt the ball away right back to the TRA Titans. It'll be a 3-and-out again by the Pierre Governors. And unfortunately for Pierre, can't capitalize on very good field position. They end up back on their own end of the field at their own 46 where they will punt the ball away. Now they've got to make sure that this snap is going to be good because as now we get a whistle, they're going to get a new football out there. Trey Lewis is the long snapper, and he's got to, I don't know if Zabel wants to move up a little bit closer here because, again, the ball being snapped is against the wind. The Governors go with the wind except for the snap. So Lewis has got to put everything he has behind this snap to get it back to Zabel for the punt attempt. He does have a good zap, but Zabel drops the football, and it will be recovered by the TRA Titans. So the Titans now will take over. It's a fumble recovery, regardless if Zabel had the ball or not. It's a fumble recovery. Zabel is slow to get back up. And a turnover on downs, a fumble recovery. T was trying to say, hey, I was going with that ball, but he had fallen to the turf. So it is, whether a turnover on downs or a fumble, either way, it will be the T-Titans football in another good field position at the 34-yard line now. Not how you wanted to start the fourth quarter. 11:48 to go. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Not the start for Pierre. Leading by 8, 20-12. Conrad will go back to pass, looking for a screen pass. First completion of the ball game. Will go for DeYoung. He hits a man, and then it'll end up being they're looking for a flag on top of the hit, but it was Titan Winkler that was able to let go of DeYoung. Ends up being a completion for a gain of about 7 to the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. So it ends up being a gain of 6. And it's second down and 4. So the first completion goes to DeYoung. For a gain of 6. 1 for 3 now is Conrad. It'll be a handoff here for DeYoung as he is going to be wrapped up at the 25-yard line, driven back. He picks up 3 yards, and it's going to be now third down and 1 from the 25-yard line. So third and 1 now here for the T-Titans from the 25-yard line. The 8th drive of the ball game with 11:05 to go. Just the 8th drive of the ball game. We're in the 4th quarter now already. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers down on the right side. Handoff will go to McKinney. And he's got enough for a first down, maybe 1.5 yards that he picked up. He needed just 1 yard. And it's going to be a gain of 2. They're going to call it a gain of 2 and a first down here for the T-Area Titans. First and 10 now from the 24-yard line. $10:40 left to go here in the 4th quarter. First and 10 from the 23, where they'll officially spot it. Handoff here for the Titans, and a gain of to the 14-yard, to make the 19-yard line. Ethan Viss gets the handoff, a gain of 4, and it's second down and 6. Lost our DAC stats that we had, but still only 6 yards passing for the T-Titans, 76 yards passing on just 2 completions for the Pierre Governors. T out gaining the Governors right now. Shotgun formation. Handoff here for DeYoung. He was started to his left. He was able to put the hand in the back of a lineman and move to his right. And DeYoung will pick up a minimal gain to the 16-yard line, a gain of 3, and it's third down and 3 with 9:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 3 here for the T-Titans from the Governor 19 to make that 16-yard line. Spencer Schosberg trying to get the Pierre crowd into it. Everybody, the minimal crowd that's here trying to brave the rain and the wind. It'll be a keeper by Conrad with 3rd and 3. He's able to break free. He's out to the 10, to the 5. He's tripped up a touchdown-saving tackle by Chance Sarda. But it is going to be 1st and goal now, as Conrad will get inside the 5 to around the 4-yard line, where they will spot him right at the 5, a gain of 11 for Conrad. As he's up to 98 yards. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Conrad from under center. He will give for DeYoung. He walks it in the end zone untouched for a touchdown. They're a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game up. That drive overall, a 6-play, make that a 7-play drive for the T-Area Titans with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and a 2-point conversion away from getting this ball game tied. Ended up being a 6-play drive. Make that 7-play drive, excuse me. Going about 33 yards and a 5-yard touchdown run for DeYoung, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the ball game. Now going for 2 are the Titans. Looking to tie the ball game up. Conrad, is he going to get in? He's out to the goal line. No signal quite yet. Everybody's saying whether he got in or he didn't. Referees are looking at it. They're talking about it right now. And the Governors are going to come away without giving up the 2-point conversion. They get the stop, and it's 20-18. Governors still lead it on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by scoreboard. The 3rd conversion that's failed by T Crowd not happy here at T, but the Governors still lead it by 2. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Services has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local community. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care, Home Care Services, 224-2273, or online at homecareservicessd.com.
So it is a 20-18 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, with the Pierre Governors holding the 2-point conversion to be no good again. A blocked extra point, a missed conversion, and then a stop by the Governors on the third score of the ball game, as DeYoung's got 2 touchdown runs, and the other coming from Conrad Brenner. Yankton has taken the lead 24-21. Nearing the end of the third quarter. Pierre Governors still lead at 20-18 here. Governors would need Aberdeen Central to get a win to help secure a number 1 spot. If not, they need Sturgis to beat Spearfish next week to pick up that number 1 spot. This will be a little short kick. The Governors, and I believe Titan Winkler is the one to fall on top of it, and that's where the Governors will take over the 31-yard line. Made that Elijah Bucci. Oh, no, it is Titan Winkler that fell on top of it. Bucci was over there as well. So now here it is for the Governors with 9 minutes left to go here in the fourth. How long of a drive can they take to take time off the clock? Still want to score? How do they work this last 9 minutes? Trey Lewis in the backfield. Kate Kaiser from the pistol. 1st and 10 for the 31-yard line. As is Kaiser. That will flip it maybe forward to Trey Lewis as he'll get out to around the 35-yard line. A gain of about 4. And that was really close to even being a forward pass for the Governors. And now we have an injured player. I didn't see who it was that was injured. Maybe one of the Governors is down. Trey Lewis will get the carry for 4 yards. The Governors will have 2nd and 6 from the 35. And again, I didn't see who the injured player was for the Governors, but T is making their way off the field. Okay, now I do see the Governor that's down on the far side. I believe that might be Trey Lewis that's on the ground right now. It is, and he will be helped back up to his feet. He's cramping. That's probably the best sign of everything, is that it's just a cramp and not anything more. But he will try and walk it off, get a little bit of water into him, and stretch it out. So it's 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard carry by Trey Lewis. 8:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Governors are trying to hang on to this ball game. Boy, something about Pierre and T playing some pretty good football games, whether it's in the regular season, whether it's in a controlled environment, AC heater, whatever you want to call it, the Dakota Dome, or in a windy, cold, rainy Friday nights here in T. Pierre and T playing some fantastic football games throughout their now 5th time playing, as Kate Kaiser will get a first down as he was able to pick up 7 yards on that carry, stayed inbounds. And now we get the whistle to stop the clock for a moment because it's first down, so they have to stop the clock. But Kate Kaiser, 138 yards rushing on 20 carries so far. 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. George Stalley, the receiver, will come here the near side. Empty backfield, shotgun formation. 1st and 10 for the Governors. Kaiser design run on the near side. Kaiser looking for a stiff arm. He's going to run himself out of bounds. The TRA Titans looking for a hold. The man to run him out of bounds was Carter Christensen. But it ends up being a gain of 0. And it's second down and 10. 7:20 left to go. They are running the clock. I don't think they're supposed to be running the clock because Kaiser went out of bounds on that play. His forward progress wasn't stopped, but I don't think Pierre's going to really say anything about it right now. Play clock is under 10. It's now down to 5, 4, 3. And it will be Zabel to take the direct snap on second down and 9, or second down and 10, and Zabel will dive forward. A flag came in towards the end of that play on the far side of the field. Ends up being a gain of right now about 4 to make it 3rd and 6 if it stands. A 5-yard face mask call against the TRA Titans, so I believe that should add on at the end of the run. And it will end up being still second down, or it'll be third down maybe. And it should be 3rd and 1 here for the Governors, but a gain of 4 for Zabel. And then add on 5 yards to make it 3rd down and 1. Very manageable here for the Governors. With 6:40 left to go, 6:45 to go. They have not started the clock this time. Maybe they weren't supposed to start the clock. I don't know if they were or not. I don't think they were supposed to start the clock earlier either. With 6:45 to go, the clock now will run. Okay, Kaiser on the design run. Maybe that's Zabel again. It's going to get to the 45-yard line. And it's first down, and it's Weebingo will get the tackle, and it's going to be a gain of 4 and a first down here for Pierre. So 1st and 10 now from the 45-yard line. Zabel stays at quarterback. He's directing traffic like he knows exactly what he's doing out there at quarterback. Zabel waiting on the snap here. Play clock under 5. The snap, I don't think he was ready for that snap. He's going to pick it up. He's going to have nowhere to go. He is wrapped up, a loss of 4. Make that 5 back to the 50-yard line with 6 minutes to go, and it's second down and 15. I don't know if he was truly ready for that snap. It was just a little bit off, but how quickly he went down to his left, it almost was a reactionary play there from Zabel. But they're sticking with the Zabel quarterback right now with Kaiser here on the near side. Kaiser is a wide receiver by trade. Well, not even by trade. He's quarterback by trade, I guess. Zabel's got an older brother that was a pretty good quarterback. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw with the wind. Looking for Kaiser. And Kaiser will be able to come back. Oh, they say he didn't make the catch. That it fell incomplete. And it's 3rd down and 15. Kaiser was open. Zabel threw it to him. But it will fall just incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 15 for the 50-yard line. The first pass attempt from Jed Zabel this season. He had Kaiser. Well, the referee said that the ball fell incomplete between the arms of Kaiser. So now it's 3rd down and 15 from the 50-yard line. 5:27 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Pierre's trying to hang on. As you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers here on the near side. Kaiser looking to pass, throwing, looking for his man. The catch is going to be made by Zabel as he's out of bounds for a first down, and the Governors retain possession on a big 3rd down conversion on 3rd and 15 for the 50. They get out to around the 29, 28-yard line. A big gain for the Pierre Governors. Gain of 23 for Kaiser to Zabel. And for Kate Kaiser, now 3 of 10 for 99 yards passing. Zabel and Kaiser have made all 3 connections. 5:21 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Zabel with the snap to him, lined up at quarterback. He breaks free. Zabel to the 10 to the 5. I don't know how he did it, but he's got a touchdown. Somehow slips free and runs it 28 yards to the house. There is an injured Titan down at the 25-yard line, but a 28-yard scamper for Jed Zabel. He's got a receiving and a rushing touchdown now for the Govs, who retake a 2-touchdown lead. Potentially a 2-touchdown lead. Is back to an 8-point lead right now. 28-yard rush for Jed Zabel. And the Governors, Ryan Berry, will come on for the extra point to try and make this a 9-point advantage and to make it a 2-touchdown score for the Governors. Or at least a 2-possession game for the Govs with 5:12 to go. Berry will be able to kick to the wind, but the Governors with the failed snap. Kaiser falls on top of it. He was trying to get up to throw it, but he could not, and that will end up being a failed conversion again. So it's 26-18, still an 8-point game, still a 1-touchdown ball game. With 5:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Services has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local community. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care, Home Care Services, 224-2273, or online at homecareservicessd.com.
As we welcome you back here to Pierre Governors with that 8-play drive, and they went 69 yards and a 28-yard touchdown run for Jed Zabel as the ball falls off the tee again for George Stalley. And with 5:12 remaining, the Pierre Governors are trying to, I hate to use the word escape, but they're trying to escape with a win here. Because they've been outgained, well, now by only 7 yards, but they haven't had their best game tonight. I think the wind and rain have a lot to do with it for both these teams. They like probably a chance to play in a controlled environment. Again, as the T-Titans will carry this one back out across the 30-yard line to around the 31-32. As Vitz will take it and give T some good field position here. They need to travel about 68 yards to the end zone to try and tie this ball game up here in the fourth quarter. 26-18. Pierre leads on the American Family Insurance Pretty Shuffle by and scoreboard. 5:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter. T with 13 first downs. Pierre Governors with 14 first downs. As Conrad will hand the ball off. DeYoung in the backfield. He's going to get out to around the 35, 36-yard line. And the Titans with a good first down play, gain of 4. DeYoung up to 137 yards by my count, rushing the football. Right around 130 yards in total for Keegan DeYoung. Second down and 6 now here for the Titans with 4:35 to go and counting. All 3 timeouts for both teams. 8-point game. T will need to score and get a 2-point conversion to tie the ball game up. That pass is going to be incomplete. As Trey Lewis comes in, he runs into his man in Cole McKinney, who was looking for a flag, but the ball had dropped. Lewis had just pushed McKinney. That's all it was, and it's now 3rd down and 6. Clock is stopped with 4:26 to go. If you're T, you can punt the ball back if you don't pick it up here on first down or on 3rd down with all 3 timeouts. But you're going to have to get a defensive stop, so maybe you go for it. You know it's going to be 4-down territory probably for the Governors unless you pin them back deep. So maybe punting is out of the question with 4:26 to go. Conrad will step back. It was a quarterback draw, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped at the 35-yard line. No gain. And it's going to be 4th down and 6. And what do you do if you're T now? Ends up being no gain for Conrad on the run. With his 99 yards, it's 4th down and 6. And Coach Fry and the T-Titans, they're going to go for it. with 3:55 left to go. They've got to be moving a little bit quicker here. They got all 3 timeouts, but you can't afford to burn one right now. With a play clock under 10 seconds, they have to move fast. The last thing you want to do is waste all that time and still burn time. Burn a timeout. As it will be Conrad looking to pass, lost the football, picks it back up. He's going to run to the near side. Looking for Emmett Anderson to track him down. They do! A turnover on downs. Anderson got to him first. Sarnafish off the tackle. No gain again on the run for Conrad, who is again slow to get up, and he will limp off here on the near side. But another turnover on downs. And the Governor defense holds. And with 3:30 to go, they've got a short field at 35 yards. But a touchdown ices the game. All 3 timeouts still here for the T-Titans. Zabel stays at quarterback. His 28-yard rush got him a touchdown in that last play. Zabel will run to the left side. He's trying to pick up some positive yards. Got to stay in bounds to Zabel. He's going to get out of bounds. He picked up 8 or 9 yards. But he wanted to try and stay in bounds a little bit. Got to try and stay in bounds a little bit. With 3:28 to go. If you're going to pick up positive yards, that's okay. If you're not going to pick up positive yards, you really want to stay in bounds. He got to around the 26-yard line. They're going to call it a gain of 9 for Zabel. It is now 2nd down and 1 from the 26-yard line. Clock is stopped at 3:28. Zabel up the middle to the left side, trying to squeak free again, but he's going to have enough for a first down, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 from inside the 25-yard line to around the 24-23. Going to spot him all the way down to the 21-yard line, it looks like. Maybe to the 22. A gain of 4. Calling a gain of 5 for Zabel, and it's 1st and 10. The Governors will take time off the clock here. Now under 3 minutes to go. Touchdown can ice this ball game. In fact, with the wind and only 1 completion by T because of the wind, there's not a whole lot of time left for this T-Titan squad. As Zabel on the first down carry, right up the middle again. Those design runs are going up the middle this time to keep him in bounds. As he gets to the 16-yard line, a gain of 5 and the inside the red zone for the Governors. And Jed Zabel has run the football out of the quarterback spot. A little bit of Wildcats for the Governors. With 2:20 left to go now here in the 4th quarter. Still all 3 timeouts for the T-Titans. Haven't quite used them yet. They're starting to run out of time. Finding a way, maybe at 2nd down and 4. If they don't pick it up, then the Governors, that T will take a timeout. Play clock is under 5. Zabel will take the snap again. Up the middle he goes, trying to find his way to that first down marker. He stays on his feet as he might have a first down to around the 11-yard line. He's got maybe enough for a first. They're going to say he's got a first down. A pickup of 4 in his 1st and 10 with under 2 minutes to go now. And clock will run again. At this point here for Coach Fry, he's going to have to start taking his timeouts after this play. The fact that the Governors still can pick up a first down, but his 1st and 10 from the 11, have to be able to take your timeouts. Give your team a shot. Zabel again on the run. He will hesitate at the line. He will fall forward. And Coach Fry again, not taking his timeouts. He still has all 3 of them, but with an 8-point game, I'm surprised that the Titans haven't taken their timeouts. A gain of 3 for Zabel. And we're now down to a minute to go. The Governors are taking all the time off the clock. Down to 50 seconds and 10 seconds still on the play clock. I am shocked right now that Coach Fry has not taken any of the timeouts. Zabel He's probably going to try and stay mostly out of the end zone. He's inside the 5 to around the 4 to the 3. He's going to get down near the first down marker with 35 seconds to go. Governors don't have to run another play right now. Did a flag come in at the very end of that? Flag did come in at the very end with 29 seconds to go. Well, I thought he said the Titans, but I think he said, but he pointed the offense. That will, yeah, it will be on Pierre. That will back them up 15 yards. And with 29 seconds to go, well, T's got a little bit of life. But Coach Fry still got all 3 timeouts. It was a gain of a... Now we get a whistle. Let's see, they're going to back him up to the 16-yard line, so he got down the 1, so it's... Now the referee's got to talk about something here. But it was a gain of 6 to make it, would be 3rd down and 1. Ended up being then a 15-yard penalty. So 3rd and 16 from the 17-yard line, and Governors can get it down the 1. But with 29 seconds to go, is the clock going to run? No, it will not run, but there's only 29 seconds left. 3rd down and 16. Zabel will take a knee to make it 4th down. And Coach Fry is not taking any of his timeouts. He had all 3 timeouts. Zabel took a knee, and with 10 seconds to go, maybe there is timeouts that were taken somewhere in this second half that I'm not aware of. But Zabel taking a knee and Coach Fry leaving with all 3 timeouts in his back pocket gives the Governors a 26-18 win. That one is a surprising finish. Like I said, I don't know if maybe they just didn't take the timeouts off the scoreboard at some point, but I don't remember any of those timeouts being taken. But the Governors win it 26-18. They now 7-1 of the season with 1 game to go. We'll come back in 2 minutes to wrap it up here from T High School. You're listening to Pure Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
This fall, take some time to think about your future while the leaves make their way down to earth and the last sunset of summer leaves us with an autumn chill. It's time to grab the nearest foam finger and break out the face paint. Rush the stands with First Dakota National Bank and forget how to blink. Fall sports are back with jaw-dropping plays, an electric atmosphere, and epic scores. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation, That's 605-222-1120.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors pick up the win of 26-18 of the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. As we will talk to our players of the game, as we'll have Trey Lewis come up here along with Jed Zabel and Cade Kaiser as the Govs pick up a 26-18 win on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. I want to say thanks real quick to Darla Miller for running the camera this evening for us as we'll get our three players of the game who will come in here very, very wet after a long rainy day, and hopefully they don't ruin the microphone here as we get our first player of the game, and Jed's able to come in here. We'll get to the chair out of the way. We can have you get in here, Jed. And all right, well, Jed, congrats on the win, a big win for you guys against a tough T team. How tough was it battling the elements out there here tonight?
Yeah, it was really tough coming in. We knew we were going to have a tough game, just tough struggle. We knew they had the upper hand because they liked to run and we liked to pass it. Overall, we just dominated the game. Well,
and you got a lot of snaps from the quarterback position late in that game. What was the reasoning to get you the ball out of the quarterback spots?
You know, I think partly just a little different look with Cade out there, and I think partly we just didn't want Cade getting banged up as much, and we just wanted a little more security with that.
Well, he ran for 73 yards, also caught two passes for what ended up being he caught 3 passes for 98 yards. Again, not a whole lot of passing, but how did it feel to run the end zone that 68-yard touchdown scamper?
Felt good. We kind of knew we were getting the safety and the linebacker going to be on me. I just got to beat them both and get the touchdown, and it felt really good to get on the board like that.
Well, now you get Douglas to close out the season, a short week, but boy, it's got to feel good to be in the press box right now to get a little bit warm. Was it pretty cold too with how the wind was?
Yeah, I think everyone's coldest part of their body was their hands. Everyone's hands were freezing, but I think most of my other body parts were pretty fine.
Well, hey, congrats on the win. Now 6-1 the season, or 7-1 the season, and we'll see you next Thursday against Douglas.
Yep, thank you.
That is Jed Zabel. As we will pass things along here to now Trey Lewis, who had the big interception late in that first half to give the Govs the opportunity here. Take us through that play, being able to make that interception, and then the return that you had to get the offense an opportunity to score.
Yep, we saw that. We knew the running back, got to watch him up the middle. We've been doing that all this week at practice, and I saw it right away, and I just hopped on it. And the return back was great. I had one man to beat, and it's wet out there, it's slippery. I'll blame it on that. But I think if I got past him, I maybe could have taken it to the house. But it was a good opportunity for our offense to go down and score before half.
Well, real quick before we actually continue to talk about the game here, did you go and Google and YouTube Deshaun Jackson after last week?
I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't.
Come on, man, you're killing me.
I was actually thinking about it on the way here. Like, if I came up, I was like, I was thinking about that.
Well, see, and you well, whatever. Well, I'll give you a pass this time.
Okay.
If you come up next week, or any time the rest of the season, if you still haven't.
Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, we're gonna throw hands up here.
Okay.
I'm gonna lose, but we're gonna throw hands. No, but okay. Let's talk a bit about the defense here, because T kind of punched you in the mouth right away.
Yep.
A couple of scores on back-to-back drives. The adjustments you guys made to be able to stop them and only allow one score the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, we just had to calm down. We had to just stick to doing our jobs. Everyone does their jobs. Things work out. And we got to eliminate big plays. Big plays kill us. They gain the offense momentum. So we eliminate big plays, and we just stick to doing our jobs, and we're fine. And that's what we did the second half, and it showed up really well.
Well, obviously it was a cold, rainy day. Defensively, does that change a whole lot of what you want to do? Maybe footing or something like that. But what changes on something like this with how the defense is played?
I mean, we gotta tackle lower because we're all slippery out here. We tackled way too high. The running backs kind of broke out some runs, so we tackle lower. But I mean, we're both playing in the same weather, so I kind of like playing in the rain and the snow, all that stuff. So I think it's fun.
So you're well. I'm sure a lot of guys probably like playing in this type of environment,
especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, exactly. But now you pick up the win. You get Douglas on Thursday to finish out the season. Obviously, you want to get the win, get healthy, be ready for the playoffs. But how exciting is it now, senior year, getting towards the end? Maybe a little bit emotional too. But how exciting is it to be near the end of this regular season?
It's a little sad, but it's definitely exciting. It's crunch time now, I like to say. But yep, I'm ready for it.
Well, congrats on the interception, congrats on the win, and we'll see you next Thursday against Douglas. That is Trey Lewis, as we'll pass along now to Kate Kaiser, who had himself a lot of rushing yards and not that you don't have a lot of rushing attempts in a game, but not a whole lot of passing attempts. From being the quarterback who likes to throw the football around to have to run the football as much as you did, what was the feeling and the adjustment of having to do that?
It was a little strange because, like you said, I do prefer throwing the ball, but I'll always tuck that ball away and put it down and run with power. And it was a good feeling. I mean, I hadn't really stuck to the run much in the last couple games, which is fine because we've found ourselves down in a couple situations where we need to sling it around. But it was just a lot of fun getting out there, running on turf, running in the rain, and just going.
Now, you almost had a completion. It was Zabel throwing you the football. Did you feel like you had the ball? Because I know you got up and were looking at the ref saying, how is that incomplete? Were you trying to maybe lobby a little bit?
The wide receiver side of me definitely came out. I felt it. I felt my right arm tucked under it, but I'll admit it, my left arm didn't quite get under it, and it rested on the ground. So it was a great call by that back ref, but I mean, if you're going to ask me on the field, I'm going to say I caught it.
Right, I was going to say, you got to lobby to try and say. But now, this defense for this Governor team, you guys were down, 6-0, and then we're down 12-7, had to keep scoring. That's unfamiliar for the offense. But after that 12-7 lead for T, you guys got on the board right at the end of the half, and they shut them down only one more score in that second half. Watching that defense be able to adjust and make those plays, how fun is that on the sideline? And, of course, you're sometimes out there, too, defensively. Mm-hmm. But how nice is it to see that Governor defense adjust like they did?
It's extremely nice. I mean, you go out and start a football game, and you've been prepping for run all week, and we're just not wrapping up in the right places. We're hitting too high, and they're breaking tackles and running for 7 yards a carry, which is it's really defeating seeing on the sideline, but then seeing your buddies make adjustments and just go out there and be lights out and shut their run down, which was a big emphasis on this game because we knew T liked to run the ball. They would throw it around a little bit, but they liked to run mainly. And seeing those boys shut that run down really gave our offense energy and boosted us up to go out there and get us one stop, and we'll get a score.
Now, obviously, we don't want to take anything away from the Douglas Patriots, but they are not going to be the T area Titans are. And year in, year out, T is going to be on a different level than Douglas. Now you go from this game here on a Friday night to Douglas on Thursday. As the quarterback, as the captain of this team, how do you make sure guys stay focused, knowing that's also the last game of the regular season?
It's a big task, but this week's really just going to be about us more than it is about Douglas. As much as I hate to say it, yes, Douglas isn't the best football team in South Dakota, but that doesn't mean we drop down and play at their level when we're at a higher level. So I'm going to keep the team at our high standard and get us in good playoff contention.
I like that answer. That's a fantastic answer for a football player. But, hey, congrats on the win. And, get warmed up a little bit. We'll see you next Thursday.
Appreciate it, John.
That is Kate Kaiser as the Governors win it 26-18. As they are able to hold off the T-area Titans. We got Steve Steele that will make his way down here in just a little bit to finish out talking with our players of the game and also for talking with Coach Steele as well. As we go through some of the stats, Kate Kaiser went 3 of 10 through the air, 98 yards and a touchdown pass of 68 yards to Jed Zabel, who made all 3 completions, all 3 receptions, 98 yards receiving, and that 68-yard touchdown reception. Rushing-wise for the Governors, 22 attempts for Kate Kaiser, 124 yards on the ground, 2 touchdown runs. Jed Zabel carried the ball 10 times for 73 yards and 1 touchdown. 4 carries for Trey Lewis of 7 yards, 2 carries for Brock Mosier of 2 yards for the Governors, who finished with 286 yards of total offense. They do outgain T, 286 to 263, with the 188 yards rushing, 98 yards passing. T had just 6 yards completion, just 1 for 6 of 6 yards, 257 yards rushing for 263 yards of total offense. Keegan DeYoung had 130 yards, the game high on 17 carries and 2 touchdown runs. Brenner Conrad carried the ball 13 times for 98 yards from the quarterback spot. Cole McKinney had 8 carries for 18 yards, and it was also Ethan Viss with the 7 attempts of 20 yards as well. And Riley Savanda had 2 carries for 6 yards for the T-area Titans. The lone reception was Keegan DeYoung of 6 yards. 26-18 is our final score as we continue to wait here, and we'll talk with Coach Steve Steele in just a moment, with the Governors picking up the win over the T-area Titans as we check out some final scores as well. Let's check out 11 AA and what happened between Yankton and Aberdeen Central. Aberdeen Central had the 15-14 lead at halftime, but Yankton ends up winning 31-21. Watertown did defeat Spearfish 42-7. So next week, Thursday, if Sturgis beats Spearfish, the Governors will be the number 1 seed. If Spearfish beats Sturgis, Yankton will be the number 1 seed. Yeah, it's how the seed points go that Spearfish and Sturgis control the cards on Yankton or Pierre being the number 1 seed overall in 11AA. Harrisburg beat Brookings 61-0. Also, Huron beat Mitchell 19-14 in a close game in 11AA. Check out 9AA for Stanley County as they are up 38-8 late in that. Let's see, well, it still says there's 8 minutes to go in the first quarter, but that is probably inaccurate. So Sully Buttes, they fell to Corsica Stickney 14-0 a final score. They got shut out by the Jaguars, and we'll see now where the Chargers will finish in the standings when we get to tomorrow morning. By the time that we probably get back into Pierre after a late night, that's probably when we're going to see those brackets come out for 9-double or for 9-man, along with also 11B. So again, as we await for Coach Steve Steele to make his way down, I believe he's walking down now, and we'll be able to talk with him here in the post-game show. And a 26-18 win for the Pierre Governors on a rainy, cold, windy night. The Governors are able to get their 7th win of the season and go to 7-1. T will fall to 5-3 on the year as we talk here with Coach Steve Steele. And Coach, is it nice to be in the press box right now just to warm up a little bit?
Honestly, it's
not.
I don't even know. I feel like I went swimming in Lake Superior.
I guess that's
Lake
true.
Superior's cold, if you don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, I kind of figured that. But
Yeah.
but anyway, 26-18 win. This was a game that you kind of threw everything out the window once you kind of got on the field and kind of saw how the conditions were going to be. But how do you think your guys played overall here tonight?
I'm very proud of the guys just for again realizing that this completely ends up favoring their style of football, and really kind of dampened our game plan, in a lot of ways, because when you've got rain, you can deal with it. When you've got wind, you can deal with it. When you got both, it's really tough. So, really the passing game was hard to come by, and we kind of spent a lot of the game trying to figure out a pass that we could throw. And, we hit the big one that we needed, the 2 big ones really that we needed. We had a couple others, and the ball slipped out of the hand. And, that's just what happens on games like today. But, I'm just proud of the kids for doing what needed to be done.
Obviously, you get the touchdown, and, you can say that's the game winner because you get that touchdown reception. But, how big was that completion for the confidence of this team? Because you like to pass the ball. You don't want to end with 0 passing yards or under 10 passing yards. You end up with under 100 by 1 yard or 2 yards. But how big was it for confidence-wise to complete that pass and score that touchdown?
Yeah, really just for the flow of the game, it was huge. In confidence, it was one of those things where, we felt confident coming in throwing the ball, but, it's hard when you can't grip the ball correctly, and then when you do get the ball, it's still hard to catch. There was nothing easy today, and, just very proud of the guys for sticking to it and finding a way to get the ones that we needed.
Well, you get punched in the mouth a little bit. I was talking with Trey Lewis about that. The defense got punched in the mouth a couple of times. The drive, the score for T, and then all of a sudden after that, one more touchdown the entire game. Kind of feel reminiscent of a state championship game in 2021 where the defense got punched in the mouth and then ended up holding them the rest of the way. What was the adjustment made to make sure that T stayed off the scoreboard?
Yeah, I think we adjusted our fronts a little bit, but a lot of it was just tackling, and I think that was kind of the underrated part of the conditions today. You saw, I think, 1 holding penalty, which is incredible for, I don't know, however many million run plays we had combined, because it was literally impossible to hold. It was a bunch of grease pigs out there, and if it's impossible to hold, it's equally as hard to tackle. And, I think that was a hard part initially where you saw both teams, not just T guys. Jet Zabel legitimately rugby scrummed and then just appeared on the other side, So, it's one of those things where it's just really hard to tackle people because there's nothing to grab on, and your hands are cold and they're wet. So, just all the way around, I think that was the biggest adjustment, was kind of the first half understanding what they had to do to bring the guys down and how to gang tackle and to do those things. And I think they did a better job the second half.
Well, you're down 12-7 with about a minute to go, and all of a sudden Trey Lewis gets an interception. You look like you're going to go in the half down by 5 points without something crazy happening. Well, Trey Lewis gets an interception. Not only does he get an interception, returns about 30 yards, gets a 15-yard face mask penalty to top off that return, and then you guys end up scoring. Again, momentum builder and the game changer of making that play when you need to make it happen for Trey Lewis.
Yeah, and I think that all plays into our philosophy. They had 2nd and 2, and they second and 2, and then they lost 7 yards, and we called a timeout. And we just said, hey, defense, go get this one. And, at the time we're thinking, go get this, force a punt. Bad conditions, you never know what's going to happen. I don't think anyone caught a punt snap the second half. And, if they fumble it, maybe we can go get a touchdown before half. And, then I give Coach Magic some credit. He basically said, hey, this is probably the play we're going to get. And it was that exact play. And Trey Lewis made a heck of a grab. And then, again, a great return to set it up. And, that was a huge turning point in the game.
So real quick, I got to ask too, because on the scoreboard it showed that T still had all 3 of their timeouts. So what did they not have their timeouts? Because that was a little bit confusing that you guys are able to kneel down on third down and win the ball game.
Yeah, and that was kind of one of those things where we were kind of yelling at Jet, where we were yelling, hey, if they let you score, don't score. We want you to get down to the 1 or 2 and then just drop.
Yeah.
We were telling him that, and he did a good job of that. And then, we had the 15-yard penalty, and that was kind of the other thing was, hey, we've got the first down. That should be first down. And I think there was probably so much going on. I don't know. I don't really know what happened. But then, you also don't want to pull a Miami and run a play when you don't need to run a play,
right,
and then fumble it. And then, so, it was kind of a stressful ending to the game, just in the sense of you don't really know what to do because you don't really know what they're going to do.
So did you have a first down?
We did.
Okay,
we
was
had
a first down
and then
play.
It was a dead ball penalty, so it was 1st and 10, dead
Okay.
ball. They backed it up 15, but they initially had third down, and that
yep.
was when I was talking to the ref over there. That was what I was talking about, and then I think, I really don't know why they didn't, but at the same point in time, we would have been okay if they had called timeout. Then we had ways to kill off. We just would have had to kill the time live, and
right.
We had to do it live.
Yeah. Well, but okay, I appreciate the the explanation for it. The first down makes a lot more sense of why all that happened at the end of the game, because I still thought it was going to be fourth down at that point, so that makes a lot more sense. But now you're 7-1, and you go against Douglas. I talked with Kate a little bit about that. Obviously T's at one level and Douglas is not at that same level, but you're getting ready for the playoffs as well. What's kind of what you want to talk to this team about to make sure that they stay on top of their game and get ready for the playoffs against a team like Douglas who won't make the playoffs? It hasn't been a team that's made the playoffs the last couple of years. It's easy just to overlook them and not worry about that game. What's kind of the message going in?
The biggest thing, this is a great momentum builder for us, and we've got to find a way to keep it going. And you can go win a game and not feel good about it and lose momentum too. So, we've got to make sure we're continuing to sharpen ourselves up for the real games that matter. Realistically, this is our last warm-up game, if you want to think of it that way, and then it's showtime. So this is our last opportunity to improve before it matters.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win, 26-18. Not the score that we're usually seeing in a football game, but overall a fun game, and appreciate the time, and congrats on the win. We'll talk to you, Coach's Corner.
Thanks, John. Scoregami.
Score. We had Yardagami, I think, last week on 1st and 3. But that is Coach Steve Steele, Pierre Governors, winning 26-18, and they are now 7-1 the season, and will take on the Douglas Patriots next week, Thursday, to close out the regular season. We'll have that one on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. You heard the final scores. You heard the full stats. So we've got all that taken care of. So that means that we can wrap things up here from T High School and get ourselves I'm out of the rain right now, but out of the cold conditions and on our way back to Pierre. We'll have brackets available when they are available. We'll try and tell you when Stanley County and Sully Buttes will be playing next week Thursday, who they'll be playing and where they'll be playing. We know Stanley County will be at home. Sully Buttes could be on the road now after their loss to Corsica Stickney in a 14-0 loss, but we'll have all that and scores from across the state as well here later on tonight and into tomorrow morning as well. So we want to thank Emma Thielen back at the station. Also thank Darla Miller for the being able to run the camera for us here this evening as well. The Governors will win this one 26-18 as we say so long from T Area.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Athletics on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Sports is brought to you by Wind Circle, the Clubhouse Hotel and Suites, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Faith Lutheran Church, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Slumberland Furniture, Lamb Motors, KGE, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Country Carpet, Capital City Campus, Shane's Pharmacy, Floss Dental, Brave Plumbing, Birding Electric, Fisher Round, Access Health, Billion Auto, Weatherall, The Swartz Agency, Xander Auto Parts, Todd's Electric, First United Methodist Church, Kruger Contracting, First Dakota National Bank, Gales Gas, River Bottom Sanitation, Agtegra Cooperatives and Wheat Growers, Dakota Sprinkler, Graham Tire, May Adam, Nystrom Electric, State Farm, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Avera, Dakota Prairie Bank, Wheelhouse Auto Body, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Wagner Auto, Anderson Rumpke Dental, Bank West, Spelkin Peterson LLP, Sanford Health Clinic Pierre, and Beck Motors. Join us next time for more Pierre Governor Sports on your home for the Governors, KCCR, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports